Hi and welcome along to the best of enemies. Hey, you're looking trim though.
You've been running from the show.
Don Robbie is here in Saudi Arabia.
Man.
What are you about your team?
It's not about Man United right now.
I'm on Saudi Arabia, man. They ain't gonna let me down. What an exciting game.
You were robbed.
You weren't robbed.
I was offside.
VAR.
We are here today for the burial of Arsenal's Premier League dreams.
How you doing, Rob?
How are you, bro?
Well, none of you two can talk to me because at least we challenge for the league. Al Riyadh, they're taking on Al Nassr today. Big game. One of the biggest games of the season.
Do you know how shameless you are, bro? You're supposed to be winning the league, but you're doing a hate-along, bro.
I've been chased by a tractor. You've brought in opera singers. When you say Tottenham, you put respect on us.
Depart the room for about the next 5 minutes or so.
How?
Because we're going to talk about the Champions League. Who would have thought a Tottenham fan, a Manchester United fan, and an Arsenal fan would get along? Well, sometimes.
Let's go.
What do you do with yours? I do unlimited football content.
Well, I do unlimited bragging.
Well, I do unlimited swiping right.
Well, I do unlimited doom scrolling.
Well, I do unlimited sliding into the DMs.
Well, I do watching TikTok on the bus without headphones unlimited.
Oh, God.
Yes, people, you heard that right. We've teamed up with Rocket Mobile to make the mobile phone plan for football fans in the UK. For just £16 a month, you get unlimited calls, unlimited text, and unlimited data, plus 20 gigs of data to use abroad when you're in the EU. As I said, for just £16 a month, plus perks, content, and other prizes when you make the switch. If you scan the QR code bottom right of your screen, or click the link below if you're watching on YouTube to know more about this amazing deal, but obviously only when the stream ends, because we are here live at 5 to talk about deadline day. We now have less than 2 hours to go, and I've got an esteemed panel starting right on my left is Laurie. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good to see you back.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank
on
you.
the ski slopes of Bulgaria.
Yeah, I had a great week last week. United obviously beat your boys. So annihilated your boys at your
Whoa!
ground.
If you're calling two worldies annihilating a team, then
yeah, man.
a bit of a stretch. But yeah, you played well. You just
you
about
should
deserved
have defended them better then.
No, I mean, you know, there were 2 wonder strikes. So yeah, I mean, listen, on balance, you guys were the better team, but temporary blip, as we all know, and now order has been restored, so I'm good.
Fair enough. And then even further on my left, all the way over there, is FJ, back on a Monday again.
Thank you. Slot in. So all the people that say slot out, please.
Including you.
No, I've never been slot
I
out.
remember about a month ago, I probably can find the clip of
Never
you being angry
ever.
at the
Slot
mate.
in. Amazing weekend. We got our first victory, got our first win in the Premier League this season. So upwards and onwards from here.
Yeah, you think so?
100%. Slot in. Slot in.
Yeah, you've got City on next weekend,
Who?
right? Is it you've got City? You're playing
Who?
Man City.
Are they coming to Anfield? Oh,
No, I don't know.
3
Are
points.
they?
That's easy 3 points.
And
That's
I
easy
mean,
3
to be
points.
fair, after watching City last night,
I know.
they look bad in the second half. And then also making his debut on DR Sports. You may have seen him on Give Me Sport, on United Stand before, on Sky Sports. We've got the man, the myth, the legend himself. It's Sam C in the building on my right. How are you, my friend?
Good, thanks for having me. Excited to get into everything. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we've got obviously so much stuff coming up. It's deadline day, and I want to start with the fun news that came out this morning, which was the Tonali and Arsenal stuff, which came out, was reported by Florian Plettenberg, and then he said that, that Arsenal had inquired or there had been a call left, right and centre, and then Newcastle journalists all came out and basically went, this is stupid, this is never happening, blah, blah, blah. But now David Ornstein, actually, funnily enough, has come out and confirmed that actually Tonali's agents offered him to Arsenal
Yeah, I
today.
mean, that had all the hallmarks of exactly what you said there. A rumour that just comes out of nowhere, and then you get to find out later that it's the agent doing some kind of skullduggerous work behind the scenes. So, yeah, as soon as I heard about it, I thought this is extremely unlikely. And then, yeah, like I said, then to hear that the agents have got something to do with it is not a surprise at all, because that's what agents do, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's true. So basically, what Ornstein has said is Tonali was offered to Arsenal by his agent, but there were no talks with Newcastle and nothing will develop before the transfer deadline. In a couple hours, the Italian international representative reached out to Arsenal sporting director Andrea Berta over the 25-year-old midfielder, a player admired by Arsenal for a long time. Part of Berta's role is to explore the situations when they present themselves, so he did that like anyone else would. Or the Newcastle are unwilling to do any business at this stage of the window, and the theoretical asking price being far beyond Arsenal's financial capabilities, the situation will not progress any further. But
I would imagine that Eddie Howe won't be too best pleased with that.
But this is what I was going to say: is if his agents offered him to realistically a team who will put. Like, you're not fighting against Newcastle for Champions League spots or anything, but you are both. Obviously, Arsenal will get Champions League. Newcastle also trying to get Champions League. It's a bit of a mad thing for his agent to do on deadline day. Like, maybe it was to do with the summer. Maybe it's like looking toward the summer. I don't know if you guys want another midfielder or if it's trying to capitalise on the Marine situation.
There's obviously an ulterior motive to what his agent's done, whether there's been some kind of negotiations around the scenes about contracts and money or
Maybe he's fallen out with Eddie Howe. Maybe he's fallen out.
Yeah,
with Eddie
exactly.
Howe.
There's
Do you guys remember the signing video when he first signed for Newcastle and he looked like the most depressed man on the planet? I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was like they were like.
Actually, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
and he looked distraught to be leaving AC Milan.
Yeah.
At like 20, 21 years old.
Yeah, listen, I mean, as I said, he's got all the hallmarks of skullduggery by the agent, and it will be interesting to see if him and Eddie Howe get in a room anytime soon to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sure Eddie Howe, but like Eddie Howe, to be fair to him, he's very, very good in press conferences, isn't he? With this kind of stuff, like, across the whole Isak to Liverpool thing, he was very, very good in his press conferences, and it'll be the same. I'm sure he'll be like, it's agent talk, it's whatever. Tonali would just deny it on his end and be like, it was just my agent, but like not me, whatever, don't care. But it is an interesting thing to do on deadline day. I just don't get it. Like one of the comments, Old School Candy says, Dylan, United should break the bank for Tonali. Hey, look, with Casemiro going. By the way, Casemiro, I've never seen him play as well as he's playing at the moment. Like he is putting on clinic after clinic after clinic. 70-minute Casemiro, what a player he is. 70-minute once a week, he's fantastic. Anything more than that, he turns into dust. We've seen this. But look, if Tonali is available for I'm sure any and every single Big 16 will be looking at that in the summer because like City will need a replacement for Rodri. I don't know if you saw what Rodri was going on about last night with the referees.
Oh, that
where
was
he was claiming that the referees don't want them to win.
That was embarrassing.
Like,
this, by the way, from a man who's captain of a club that's facing 105 charges for corruption.
Yeah, isn't it?
And here he's talking about. I mean, it just seemed completely.
Ballon d'Or winning Rodri, and he's back to complaining about referees because you couldn't beat one of the worst Spurs teams I've seen in years.
But they got cheated.
Huh?
They got cheated though yesterday.
Do you reckon?
100%. That was 100% a foul. Because Ghéhi got in front of him before he made contact of the ball, and he kicked Ghéhi.
What, Solanke?
Yes.
But Solanke hit the ball before he hit Ghéhi.
He can't.
And also Ghéhi stepped in.
He can't because he got in front of the ball. His leg got in front of the ball before Ghéhi. No, his leg got in front of the ball before Solanke can have a strike.
Oh, interesting. Sorry, just some more Tonali stuff coming out. So Tonali's agent, if my phone loads in time, has basically come out and said that there was never any So Sandro Tonali's agent, Giuseppe Russo, has said, we never had any conversation with Arsenal. Newcastle were never going to let Tonali leave in January. There's absolutely nothing to it.
I know they never had any conversation for Arsenal, but that's not to say he didn't put the thing out. If you see what I mean.
What, as in his agent? Well, his agent is denying it completely. His agent is saying it never happened.
That he never put any stuff out.
Yeah, well, his agent says we never had any. He said we never had any conversation with Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
But then Ornstein is saying is that Tonali was offered to Arsenal by his agent.
Exactly. No, but if you think about it, that's two separate things. If you look at it again. Yeah.
But how can the agent?
You can offer it to him in an email or by suggestion to somebody else.
No, but that's still talking. That's still having a conversation, no?
Not officially with the club. I mean, who knows where he? You know what I'm saying? It's not they open talks with him. Yeah.
No, but so what David Ornstein is saying here is he's going. The agent called Arsenal and went, Tonali's available. Or the agent emailed him. Or the agent initiated contact with Arsenal to go, he's available. The agent's like, I think this is backtracking. I think this is backtracking.
The use of the word conversation to me is pivotal in that sentence. Never had any conversation. That doesn't mean to say he.
So you reckon his agent sent a
could have sent an email or sent a message to somebody within Arsenal saying, do you fancy Tonali, and how about Tonali, and you know what I mean?
What's your thoughts about my player Tonali, eh?
Huh?
That's what he said. That's what he said. The agent to Arsenal. What's your thoughts about our player? You interested?
Yeah, what do you think?
What do you think about
Do you think
him?
Tonali would
Possibly,
be a good fit?
possibly.
What he's basically saying is not been any formal discussion. Of course there hasn't been. He's
Yeah.
just put that out there in a way that a lot of agents, because you hear a lot of stories, especially in the summer, don't you, about players being linked with clubs. And then when you strip it down, all it is the agent has put something out there.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of these rumours start. So,
No, I
yeah.
hear it. I hear it. Look, but this is the other thing is that I don't think Ornstein would say something that's not true. This is what Old School Candy said in the chat. Like, I don't know, but either way, obviously, so that obviously is something
So
that's,
that's
not
not
happening.
happening,
But
yeah.
something that we have seen happen is, and I've been really surprised by, but also fair enough, is Liverpool getting Jérémy Jacquet.
Thank
Is
you.
it Jacquet? Is that the right way to say it?
Jacquet.
Yeah, after Chelsea
Thank you.
were chasing him for months. So I'll come to you with this, Sam, first of all. So how have Liverpool ended up with him so quickly after obviously Chelsea were the team speaking to him so often, right?
Yeah, so Chelsea were confident that they would actually win this race. And then it became clear, Chelsea side say it became clear that Sarr was going to be recalled. And then apparently Jeremy said, okay, well, if Sarr's going to be recalled, I'm not going to play, so I'll go to Liverpool. Was basically what happened. Liverpool and Chelsea were both in discussions. Should we sign him now and loan him back, or should we just do pre-agreement for the summer? And the pre-agreement has happened, and he is set to become a Liverpool player. Chelsea say that they're happy with their squad, as they would after losing out on a target, which is exactly what's happened no matter how they try to frame it. But yeah, he'll become a Liverpool player.
How do you feel about you? Obviously, Liverpool is 55 plus 5 million, right? The deal, right? But it's in the summer. Do you still think you should have, as a Liverpool fan, you guys should have still tried to find someone in January? Because at the end of the day, you're going in adding nothing to your squad for right now for the rest of the season. If you want to, as you said off air before, you want to try and go all the way in the Champions League, you may as well, because you don't really have much else going for you. Plus the FA Cup.
It's not funny.
Plus-
Say that again, I
It's
didn't
not
hear
funny. Look.
Can you repeat that bit again? I didn't hear.
There isn't. Is there much else going on for you?
Nothing else.
I think you said words to the effect that you're not going to win anything this season.
We'll go for Champions
Well, that's what I mean.
League,
But like, they may as well try and go for the Champions League, but with 3 centre backs.
and FA Cup. But no, I'm happy. I'm glad we signed a new player. But the downfall of it is that I wish we signed a player in January so it can affect like the rest of our season.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
100%. But there's another question towards it. Are Liverpool signing centre backs for slot, or are they signing centre backs for the team? You know. So at the end of the day, I'm slot in. But are they signing kind of players for the next manager? And that's the problem. But 20 years old, hot prospect. So I guess we signed a player for the future. But yeah, Ghéhi don't want to come, so I guess we got someone in the summer. But yeah, I wish we can sign someone for the from this January that can come to our squad and help us for the rest of the season. But Konate's back then though, so you saw Ibu yesterday. Amazing performance. But yeah, I wish we can sign a centre back that can help us right now, but we don't.
Would you want to give him a new contract, Konate? Because he's out the end of the season, isn't he? His current deal.
That's what they're saying.
And obviously, Real Madrid came out and said that they weren't going to go and sign him,
Yeah,
which
when
I
Real
think
Madrid-
is hilarious.
When
by
Real
the way.
Madrid always come calling, people start thinking about, do I want to be here? Do I want to be here? But if it's up to me, Konate, I would love for you to stay. It's been an awkward season. It's been ups and downs, you know. But Konate, 100%. I want Konate to 100% stay. I know the bad news he's gone through, you know, RIP. It's been hard. But yeah, man, thank you for coming yesterday, helping out the team, you know. But it's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, that was a touching moment yesterday, actually.
It was
With
sad,
Konate,
very sad.
yeah,
I don't know how it
Yeah.
feels. I don't know how it feels, but I can imagine that it must be so hard to go through. And the whole team came towards him, the whole fans. Yeah, it was a nice moment. It got me teared up a little bit, got emotional. I never knew I could get emotional on someone else's sadness though. But yeah, Ibu, make sure you stay. I don't want to hear nothing about Real Madrid. Real Madrid, no.
Well, because Real Madrid have said that they're not going to sign him.
I know that's
They've
when he
come out and said
that's
that-
when he
yeah.
started fixing up.
Yeah.
That's when he started fixing
But
up.
at the same time as well, it seems there's been zero development. Has there been any sort? Do you know if there's any sort of development on his contract?
With Konate.
Konate.
No, I don't think there's been any development at the moment. But Real Madrid do always come sniffing around. When Saliba was negotiating his contract, they were sniffing around there. They're probably if not the biggest club in the world, right? So they're going to go for the biggest players in the world. So it doesn't surprise me that they've always been rumoured there.
Yeah, fair enough. We've got Ronnie Dodgers in the comments. He's back. He said, "Dylan, you're back. I wish you were here when." They just deleted the messages I was reading. Well, come on, man. He basically saying he wish I was there when I was here to cook the frauds, cook those red frauds. 3-2 win over Arsenal. Look,
frauds.
Yeah, man.
Top of the Premier League. Top of the Champions League.
Worst
If that's frauds, then
worst front line to win the Premier League I've ever seen.
They haven't won it yet. They have not won it yet.
Casemiro has more goal involvements than your £52 million striker.
Goal
Casemiro.
involvement. How many goals he got?
Huh?
How many goals he got?
Who?
You're talking about goal involvement.
7.
So
Casemiro's on 5.
So you've
and so is
linked
Gyökeres,
assists and goals in together as if.
All right, okay. Your striker is on the
How
same
many
amount
is
of
Sesko?
goals
How many
as
goals has
Arsenal.
Sesko got?
I think he's also got 5
No,
because he scored.
Yeah, well, Gyökeres got 6.
Gyökeres has got 6.
Right.
Oh, big up Gyökeres.
At least Sesko's getting a winner. I ain't see Gyökeres got a
Hey, look. If Gyökeres tried to do the turn that Sesko did
He can't.
yesterday,
He'll
bro,
fall over.
his ACL would
He'll
snap.
fall over.
He would be in tatters.
He take them jeans off on the
Look,
Timbs.
mate. Well done for beating, well done for beating Fulham, yeah. But I think you'll find that we're still.
Big up. Anyone
Comfortably
who's got
clear.
9 points out of their last possible 9, big up. But anyway, so transfer window, we'll stick to that. I'll litter the cookings in the next couple hours. But the other thing I want to talk about also as well, it's come out today, in the midst of all the transfer stuff, is that Xabi Alonso is expected to feature on a 3-man shortlist of potential successors to Pep Guardiola, amid growing belief that this will be his final season in charge at the Etihad.
This is his final season.
There's a growing belief in the club, according to the Telegraph, Matt Law, saying that there's a growing belief that he will be leaving at the end of this season.
And
I think that's possible. I mean, there have been rumours abounding about that for some time. In fact, I saw a rumour, I'm pretty sure you saw the same one, a couple of weeks ago. Mind you, it was Richard Keys who was suggesting that he might walk before the end of the season.
Yeah, Richard Key suggested he would walk that week.
Yeah.
It's
never gonna
I mean,
I don't really.
no one took that
pay
seriously. No one
pay
took
much
that.
attention to that one.
No, but what I am saying is, there have been rumours for a while now that he would be leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah, well, because it was
So it wouldn't
his
surprise me, I
contract's
guess is
up
what I'm
next
saying.
season.
Yeah.
And like whenever I speak to Kim about this, Kim's always said that Pep Guardiola never backs down from a fight. So if he doesn't win the league this year, he'll stay one more season to win it next year. He just looks tired, man. Pep Guardiola looks like he looks like he's run out of steam. Like we saw it with Klopp when Klopp left towards the end of 2023-24. He said like midway through the season, he was like, I'm tired. He was like, I'm finished. I can't do it anymore. It was basically, burnt out. What he said. Pep looks the same. He really looks the same, doesn't he?
He also just looks like when he talks to the media and when he does his press conferences, it's like one word
that
answers.
was a bad one, though.
And he's like,
that was a bad interview.
Yeah.
You see his last interview? The last interview?
Yeah, he did
that
it.
Was
yeah.
so like all the
What,
questions
Pep?
were like
Yeah,
it was good.
they weren't asking him unreasonable questions, and it was something along the lines of like, what did you think of your team's performance? And he was like, back to the journal, what did you think of it? And it was like,
talk
and
about
then the
ability.
journal was like, I'm not the manager. He's looking more and more like he's
But was that a penalty
had
though?
enough.
Do you think that was a penalty? Seriously?
I don't know.
Why?
What I would say about the managers and press conferences, because even our own manager, Mikel Arteta, a lot of these guys, they give the impression a lot of the time that they'd rather be anywhere else in the world but doing a press conference.
Yeah,
and I
it's
think
true,
that's
yeah.
part of their obligation as a manager.
Not
I'm
Ruben
often-
Amorim, mate. It was anything
They
he
don't
was
want to
good
get
at.
fined. They don't want to get fined. They ask them questions about what the decisions that's been made on the pitch.
Yeah, but I mean, it's part of the job, isn't it?
Yeah, but that decision was so bad, and he went through VAR, and they still gave the goal. I'll
Yeah,
be
but
upset as well.
I think it's a goal.
He kicked my leg.
But the thing is as well, like, so if you're a defender and your striker's running through on goal,
Yeah.
if you then put your foot in front of
I'm in front of
the
the ball.
striker,
Yeah, I'm in front of the
you
ball.
don't get them win the foul because Ghéhi doesn't touch the ball.
But he kicks my leg, so it's a foul. That's a foul.
Yeah,
Anywhere.
but the thing is it's like, so Solanke's going for the strike already, right?
my
He's already
foot is,
going for the
but
shot.
my foot is there already, so you kick my leg. So my foot is there already.
No,
And you
but, so,
kicked.
but what you're saying then is if a striker is shooting, so Harry Maguire, when the penalty got given against Fulham, Harry Maguire got there and was in front of Raul Jimenez before Raul Jimenez actually hit the ball, and he ended up kicking Maguire and went over. Are you saying then that's not a penalty?
No, I think it should be. Whoever's in front of the ball is 100% in control of the ball. So Solanke
But
kicks.
what if they never touch the ball?
My point is that if that happens anywhere on the pitch, it's a foul. So why is that not a foul in the box? 100%.
Because Mark Ghéhi didn't have control of the ball
But
at
I'm
any
in
point.
front of the ball. And so if you go for a strike and my body's there, you kicked me. So that's a foul.
No, but so then any defender can just put their foot in front of.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's say I'm going to hit the ball,
And my
as
foot's
I'm going
there.
down here, and then you put your foot there as I'm
It's
going
a
to
foul.
strike it. I fouled you.
I'm gonna roll on the floor saying, it's a foul. Because you kicked my leg, you didn't kick the ball.
But you've put your foot in between the player and the ball without touching the ball. Is that not a foul by Mark Ghéhi?
No, it's a foul.
Because Mark Ghéhi didn't touch the ball at any
I know, I
point.
don't have to touch the ball for you to kick me.
No, but what basically what he's doing is slide tackling without getting the ball. If you tackle and don't get the ball, that's a foul. Yes,
But I didn't touch
that's
you.
what Mark
But I
Ghéhi's
didn't
done.
touch you though.
Huh?
I didn't touch you.
But
I didn't touch you, did I? So if I go and intercept the ball or to stop something happening, I didn't touch you. But you kicked me. So who kicked who and who is interfering? You understand? Because at the end of the day, Solanke...
Mark Ghéhi isn't the one in control in that situation. At no point does Mark Ghéhi touch the ball. So at no point does he have possession or control
Alright,
of the
cool.
ball.
Does Solanke kick Mark Ghéhi?
Yes.
End of foul.
And the ball.
You can't
No.
kick both.
He does though. If you watch
so
it,
if you kick both, that means-
Solanke kicked the ball and then Ghéhi.
Oh, and then, so it's a foul then?
No, but it's like he kicked the ball.
No, you just said and then.
Mark Ghéhi at no point touches the ball, so I feel like at no point can he be classed as in control of the ball because he just all he does was put his foot in the way.
Yeah, but I can put my body in front of the ball and have no control of the ball. Let the ball go out for play. If you kick me, it's still a foul.
But I don't think that situation was a foul.
That's 100% a foul. In football, like if I'm playing football, if I get my body in front of the ball, but before you can make contact with the ball, is a 100%
But
foul.
there's getting your body in front of the ball, then there's barely getting your foot there.
Yeah, he got his body in front of the ball.
Play.
If I get any part of my body in front of the ball, I've got my body in front of the ball. So if my body's there planted and you're going for the strike, but you kick my leg, it's a foul. Hands down, it's a foul.
Do you not think football is just so, like, you can't breathe in the wrong direction?
Yeah.
Like, think about football years back and think of it now. You literally can't get away with anything. You can't breathe in the wrong direction. You can't start the game slightly in the other half of the pitch. You literally get scrutinised for every single thing. And then we see, like for example, at the end of the Chelsea West Ham game on Saturday night, when all the players decided that it was like the Royal Rumble and that they would just go for each other, but only one, only
they
one.
weren't going for each other. There was no one going for Traore.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Everyone's
But only
going for
one
everybody
person,
else.
only one person got sent off. Why? Everyone was having a go, but only one person got
So who
sent
do you
off.
think do you think more people should have got carded there?
Yeah,
So
at least carded.
so
I
who-
understand that he
who
was
then?
sent off.
Traore,
Traore should have been carded. Todibo did get
Yeah.
sent off, right?
Who else?
Todibo.
Do you
I
think-
can't remember off the top
Do
of
you
my
think
head.
João Pedro should get carded?
But João Pedro went at him, so yeah, he should have been carded.
Yeah. Do you think Cucurella should be carded? He hit the ball. He hit the ball away. So that's why.
He hit the ball away, so yes, technically, then he should be carded.
Yeah.
But then he did get swung, so
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? Like,
He
bless
just
him.
got removed.
Everyone's laughing at João Pedro, but what João Pedro done, I like it. I actually like it. You saw-
Yeah, I think it's
you saw
what he
your-
done afterwards when he ran away.
I get it. I
Do you
get
think
it.
Mine-
that if anyone the size
Take
of
the wrong
Traore
fight.
suddenly runs at you, you'll get it out of the way.
Probably thought,
No, but
yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying is,
what
if you're gonna do that, hero bit, that's fine. But then when the man comes at you, and then runs away, yeah, that was comical. That's probably gonna go down as one of the most
I think,
iconic
I think
moments.
yeah,
of it.
there
Baltic
should have been more yellows and stuff involved in that, though, 100% though. But sorry, to move back onto the Pep Guardiola stuff, is also as well as in this article, it stated that Liverpool almost certainly move for Alonso if they are forced into a managerial change with Arne Slot under pressure to secure Champions League qualification as well. So Alonso, after obviously his period at Real Madrid of just basically, I mean, we've spoken so much about this Real Madrid Alonso situation. The whole thing was a complete mess. But it seems like Alonso could almost certainly be at the Premier League in some shape or form next season, be at City or Liverpool. But what would be the better move for
What
him?
about Tottenham?
Or Spurs as
He
well.
keeps
You
on
have
saying
mentioned that,
he
as
keeps on
well.
saying that. He's keeps on saying
No,
that.
the reason why I said that is because, well, we don't know for sure, obviously, do we? But to all intents and purposes, a lot of people, certainly the fans, have lost faith with Thomas Frank. If the results continue, I mean, they did get a decent result at the weekend, second half anyway, but let's just say the trajectory of indifferent results continue come the summer. If you're Tottenham, you would be silly, wouldn't you, not to throw your hat into the ring for a manager who looks to be as good as Alonso, even though Liverpool would probably
Do
be
you think he'll
favourites.
like to go there? I don't think.
I don't know.
Is it a
really.
bit of a cursed job, Spurs, at the moment? In terms of like, you're like, because you'll go there and they're like, okay, we want to get back into the top 8, back into Europe, blah, blah, blah. But then it feels like the way they recruit players, the way they get transfers in, just doesn't really seem to.
I could see
actually make any
the
sense.
possible attraction though. A lot of the top managers do have what I call saviour complex. Like he will want to be seen as a person who could turn that club around.
Like Ruben Amorim when he joined United.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Well, how did you feel about Amorim?
I know let's talk about it.
It's a very loaded question.
Was you Amorim in?
No.
Okay.
When?
I don't know. What part did you say Amorim out?
Probably after the Europa League final.
But earlier than me, then.
There was the entire thing with the Europa League final was like, how's Amorim going to set up this team? And he had time. It's not like he just walked in and was thrown on into a Europa League final. And look, the Europa League run was good. Lyon at home at Old Trafford that night where Casemiro played it to Maguire. It was a brilliant evening. Brilliant evening. But I think the manager sacked himself. And people were saying like he wasn't given the right money to fight and buy the players that he wanted to implement his system, but he was given £250 million. And look what he produced. It's inexcusable.
What's different? The formation, the players' mentality? Are they playing for the manager now? What's
now,
different? Yeah, what is different?
Now the players are playing in the positions that they know how to play in. Ruben Amorim came into a team that's built to play 4 at the back and went, yeah, cool, let's play 3 or 5 at the back. It was never going to work. He then changed to 4 at the back for one game. We looked 10 times the better team. We won. And then the next game he changed back to 5 at the back. So he must have seen the performance and gone, yeah, that was great. Let's not do that again. And then he changed back to a 5 at the back. And then he called out the board in that press conference after, which in this day and age you just can't do. The fans love it because they're like, yes, the manager's calling out the board needs to go. I understand that, and I actually was like, do you know what? Fair play. Like, it's for Amorim, it was like, yeah, it's my way or no way, so fair play, right? But you can't do that. It's like any of you sitting on here and going, yeah, like, I really enjoy what I'm doing here, and like I'd like to stay, but like I don't really like my boss. Like you can't say that.
It doesn't work.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
Once he
think he
came out
sacked
with those
himself.
comments, his position was
What do you think?
pretty much untenable. In the same way it was for Maresca at Chelsea. As soon as he started,
And it happened in the same week as well,
Yeah.
pretty much in the same kind of. I think the biggest point that you touched on there, which is so true, is about the players playing in the positions that actually suit them. So what Amorim did was he tried to shoehorn players into instructions he wanted to be on the pitch, rather than figuring out instructions that actually work for the players he currently has, if that makes sense. And that was his biggest issue. It was making Mazraoui or Dalot play as a wing. So Dalot in the last 2 games, to be fair to him, against City he wasn't fantastic, but against Arsenal and then against Leeds, Dalot, for all the kind of stick he's taken in the last 6 to 8 weeks, was quite good. Defensively, he's very, very sound, and he looked great in those last 2 games. Same with Luke Shaw back at left back. Like, Luke Shaw just couldn't play as a wing back, maybe because his hamstrings are gone and all the fitness and stuff. He's back at left back now, and he's been looking great. Mateus Cunha's been given more of a free role, and he's looked fantastic. Šeško actually crossing to the guy instead of like trying to play into feet as if he's Brian Mbeumo, or like trying to cross into 5'9" Brian Mbeumo at striker.
It's no shock, by the way, that Manchester United are performing better when they cross the ball into the box to a striker instead of just passing it about.
Yeah,
and
it's
when Sesko
ridiculous.
came in, we seem to have been allergic to crossing a ball into a very, very tall striker whose nickname is literally Air Sesko.
Yeah.
So they saw him as a tall striker, somebody in the box, that physical presence, and the players thought, or the manager at the time probably thought, yeah, nah, you're all right, mate. Like what? How's he ever going to get what he needs if the ball is never going to be crossed into the box? It doesn't make sense. And it's no shock that now that ball is going into the box, Sesko's getting the opportunity and he's putting the ball in the back
He's
of the
not good
net.
enough. But the biggest
He's
question...
not good enough for who?
He's not good enough. But the biggest question... He's just not good enough.
What?
But
To play what? Wait. To play Premier League football?
No, I'm joking. Sesko, he's alright, but I don't know the way Man United play. I don't see Diallo running down the wing, cutting back, crossing it. I don't see Cunha running down the wing, cutting back, crossing it. You guys don't have the players for that. Your right back, he's not like a technical player that will cross it in for you. Your left back, he's not technical. You know, so you guys.
I hear that. But do you not think the basics of being a Premier League footballer is being able to cross the ball into the box?
No. Because everyone's got different styles of player. Liverpool never crossed the ball.
Why have
Arsenal,
you ignored Bruno Fernandes, who's got the most assists, most chances created, most through balls, most crosses, most big chances created this season?
Do you know why? Because no one else is doing it. So he has to do it. no one
But
else is
that's
doing your
his
team.
job.
Like no one else is doing
He
your
is
team.
he is our creative midfielder.
Salah, Roy Keane.
Yeah, that's just his job. No, look, that sounded more like Lee Judge's there for some reason. I don't know what accent I was going for, but no, but like that is Bruno Fernandes. He's our lead creator, so of course he does that. And then Bumo does do his crosses and stuff as well. Ahmad cuts in and shoots more often than not, but like as well, we don't play with wingers who their strong foot are their outside foot. We play with right-footed left wingers, left-footed right wingers. Naturally, which is why our creation then comes from the middle. It comes through.
So there's
someone
no
like Bruno
crosses.
Fernandes.
So he's saying that there's no crosses into the box, but I understand that because the players that you guys got, that's not their identity. They don't really do that, you know. Like I'm thinking of the players in your team. There's actually no one that really goes down the bar line and crosses it in.
We set up not to cross the ball into the box. That's why Sesko hasn't started any game under Carrick, because the game plan isn't to put the ball into the box.
But and then when Sesko came on yesterday, we switched it, and he did
You had
start
to though.
cross
We
it.
needed a goal.
Yeah, no, but I mean in the way of like once. So when Mbumo was playing up front, it was about feeding passes in behind, and then when Sesko came on, we switched and we did put crosses in the box. Šeško's first touch was a cross that he then hit the post from. His winning goal was a low cross from Bruno being out wide crossing the ball in. So it was we don't play to cross the ball in the box when our striker is 5'9", and we do play with the ball in the box when our striker is 6'4". So it's just about what Carrick's doing. It's just about, depending on who's on the pitch, the instructions change to get the best out of the players that are on the pitch, and that's the biggest change, and that's what I meant.
But the biggest question is, I know you guys are not going to finish top 4, but if you do finish top 4 or top 5, Carrick stay.
For me, Michael Carrick, and if he stays or not, is more to do with if he does. Let's say we go on a great run towards the end of the season, we finish 4th, or we manage to like catch Aston Villa or something, and we get the achievements. Then he should be put in the conversation with the other managers that we're going to consider. But that's at max. It shouldn't be if you finish 3rd, you get the job. Like
It should be.
No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. It should be you've proved yourself that you should that your hat is in the ring. At maximum. And then he should be then compared to, okay, what could Thomas Tuchel do with this squad? What could Julian Nagelsmann do with this squad? What could Ancelotti do with this squad? Like it shouldn't be you're going to go above everybody else.
But it's a guessing game. It's a guessing game. So if you get a new manager in, it's a guessing game. It's a risky game. Like, let's see what he can do. But you've seen a manager come in, play with the squad that he's got, and he's done well so far. Why would you want
He's not lost a game so far.
Yeah, why do you want to take a risk to another
2
manager?
spells.
Well, because it's like basically like Carrick's come into this job without like the reports basically saying that like kind of most part is because he knows he's not auditioning for the job or anything. But if he does do well, then he should be in there on merit, just like every other. Like Tuchel would be in that list on merit because he's Premier League experience, doing well. Like let's see how he does with England. Obviously won the Champions League with Chelsea, and obviously he's just been an amazing manager through his career. Same with someone like, let's say they want to go for someone like Ancelotti, right? That's on merit by being a great manager. Nagelsmann, it's merit. Carrick, if he does really, really well and finishes 3rd or 4th or 5th to get Champions League, which I think it will happen. I think the team's most likely to not get Champions League are going to end up being either Chelsea or Villa. Because of Villa's Europa League run, that's really going to hurt them. We know how Emery is. He throws his toys out the pram and they will drop like 5 places. Like that's what Aston Villa do. So that's what Unai Emery does.
So is that yes
when the
or
pressure's
no?
on.
Is that yes
What?
or no? Carrick. Is that yes or no? Carrick
my answer is if Carrick gets Champions League, he should be in the. His name should be in the hat.
Okay, cool.
But it shouldn't be anything more than that. It shouldn't be if you finish 3rd, you get the job. Because that's what we did with Solskjaer, and it worked with Solskjaer, to be fair, in the end, because we finished 3rd and then 2nd. Solskjaer had a successful time at United, especially compared to the others. Right? I genuinely in the league. That's the best I've seen us play consistently in the league over a couple of seasons. But it should not be anything more than we'll consider you as a possibility. That is if he was to win the Premier League, which is not happening, that would be okay. Give him the job. But obviously, we're not going to win the Premier League. That
Only
would be
13
insane.
Points. Was it 13 points?
12.
That's ooh.
But obviously, I am kidding with that. That's where I see it. He should be considered if he does well enough. If he wins like 12, 13 of his 16, 17 games, goes on an amazing run, maybe like 10 or 12 games, finishes top 4, finishes 3rd or whatever, sick.
Because I feel like qualifying for Europe this season is very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. The amount of teams.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be easy, but I think we're going to do it. We got no European football, 1 game a week, and we've got quality players up front.
There's no excuse, really.
I agree.
There's no excuse.
You're gonna finish above us.
I think we will.
Ooh.
If you want to push for Champions League, you will have to sacrifice Premier League. points.
Premier League is
You
good.
will
This is good.
100%.
But
No,
Baby's good. But Baby's good.
No, I
But Baby's good.
meant from now until the end of the season.
yeah.
You will fall at some point in the Premier League if you push hard in the Champions League.
You got to pick your battles,
Yeah, you
right?
got three centre-backs,
You got to see what to focus on, like how Ange Postecoglou focused on the Europa League with Tottenham and basically gave up on the Premier League.
We did the same.
Yeah.
What about Arsenal? If they want to get Champions League, do they have to focus on one and the other?
No, because they have more than 3 centre backs. You don't have depth. Liverpool don't have depth. We've established this. Even like your striker, Ekitike, I think he's utterly incredible.
Signing in the
Ekitike,
summer.
yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably Ekitike signing of the summer.
Afterwards.
No, he's been better than Wirtz.
Why?
Yes. Ekitike
Because of
has
the
been
goals.
levels ahead.
'Cause of the
Wirtz has been
goals.
good for 6 weeks.
No,
Ekitike's been good
Wirtz
since
has
day
not been
one.
good for 6 weeks. Wirtz has been amazing.
No,
More than 6 weeks.
Ekitike is 100% your signing of the summer.
Ekitike's not even been
So
Isaac.
far, yeah.
No.
Yeah, he has been.
So far,
So far, yeah, but I think Wirtz is still.
Wirtz has been fantastic in the last say, couple months. Since maybe end of November, he's really stepped up a level, 100%. But Ekitike is on a different level to all of your signings. But then what I say is that then, let's say Ekitike gets injured, your other striker is broken. Whereas with Arsenal, it's like Marino's injured, but it's fine because Kai Havertz is back. It's like Zubimendi's there and co. But like you got Gabriel Jesus has got like 6 or 7 games already. Arsenal will be able to cope with the Champions League and Premier League. You won't be able to. That's the big difference.
Fair enough. I'll never, ever big up Arsenal, but it's amazing. that Leeds game was an amazing match. After all the headache, all the pressure you're going with it,
I wasn't surprised about that.
Oh yeah, you wasn't surprised at all.
No, not at all. Because
I don't think
I
Leeds
actually
came out.
predicted. I think it's a 3-0 or 3-1. I predicted. So, okay, we got the 4th goal, but I was never in any doubt that we was gonna win that game.
It looked comfortable for you guys. Didn't it?
It
That's a
was
very, very
well
comfortable
done.
win for you guys. 100%.
Me too.
Yeah, and also, sorry, coming back to, I know we keep getting distracted. It is deadline day, but I think there's some fresh news coming out of Tottenham Hotspur. If there are any Spurs fans interested, I'll go over to you for you, Sam, for
touch
this.
a couple little bits of transfer news. According to Fabrizio Romano, Sky, Ben Jacobs, pretty much every journalist on the planet, James Wilson is going to join Tottenham rather than Arsenal. That is the deal for an 18-year-old striker. He'll join the Spurs under-21 squad. Arsenal were holding talks to sign him on an initial loan deal. Spurs entered the race to sign a Scotland international, and that will be a loan deal with an option to buy. That is who is heading to Tottenham. Couple other bits of news. I can confirm Manchester United will not be making a signing today. Manchester United's transfer window, I don't want to say it was over because it never began, but Manchester United's transfer window, like there's nothing happening with Manchester United. And Crystal Palace are trying to make a very, very late move for Dwight McNeil. Because Tyreek George is heading to Everton. That is freeing up the possibility that Dwight McNeil could head to Crystal Palace. If you're going to say is going to run out of time, if you have a deal sheet submitted, you have till 9 p.m. to get the deal over the line. So Crystal Palace could be signing Dwight McNeil, £20 million bid in. Let's see what happens. Manchester United window over. I will be back in 10-15 minutes with the latest elsewhere.
Yeah, but can we talk? It's just such a crystal. Can we talk about this Crystal Palace transfer window? By the way, it has been
Mateta. What is Mateta doing?
so. But there's Mateta stuff. But like, if you think about their January as a whole, it is so their captain left like the day before a game for 20 million quid. Right, that's 15 million less than they were going to sell him for 6 months earlier to Liverpool. So it's not like they even kept him because they wanted to keep him for the whole season. Was why the Liverpool thing fell through. He's gone anyway. That same press conference, their manager goes, "Yeah, I'm also leaving at the end of the season. Cheers." And then their star striker goes, "I want to leave as well. I feel like you've got no ambition. I feel like I want to go play here and there." And then he then proceeds to go and fail his medical after unfollowing. So Mateta used to follow some Crystal Palace fans as well. Unfollowed all the Crystal Palace fans. Unfollowed Crystal Palace. Flew to Milan. Failed his medical because he walked into the medical with a 4-month knee injury.
Oh.
And then AC Milan went, "Hold on a second. No." So he's now on his way back to Crystal Palace. Juventus have been rumoured of possibly coming in for him in the last final hours because they were interested in him earlier on in the window. And then now they're spending 45 million on Strand Larsen, who has 1 goal this season. 45 million quid. Although to be fair to him, he 14 goal last season. Him and Cunny were very good last season. 35 million on Brennan Johnson, who's not really hit the ground running the way that they'd hoped. And then now they're trying to sign Dwight McNeil. It's got to be one of the worst transfer windows you've seen from a Prem team. Just catastrophic windows. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. I feel Crystal Palace fans big time.
Wrong time in the soul. I can imagine last day of the transfer window, Mateta desperately wants to go. I understand, because the Crystal Palace team, the team that there was once this season, is falling off.
Something's bad's going on at that.
Something behind the
when
scenes.
you consider what's gone on there, public facing, what with the manager expressing his desire to go, saying that the club's not got no ambition, and then Mateta throwing his toys out of the pram. This is the same Mateta, by the way, who a couple of seasons ago went 30 games, was it, without a goal.
Yeah.
Scored a goal for, I think it was a penalty against
And then shushed
Liverpool, and then started shushing
his own fans.
And then this last season, obviously, he had a really good purple patch. This season, he has scored, I think he's got something like 8 Premier League goals, but you speak to any Palace fan, they'll say that the amount of chances that he's missed. So even though he's had a reasonable, successful season in terms of numbers, there has been a lot of question marks about his play. And then, of course, he's submitted a transfer request just as things were looking quite desperate for Palace. It doesn't
Literally like a week ago.
Yeah, it doesn't present him in a great light. That being said, though, as somebody pointed out to me today, said, Laurie, look, you do need to be cognizant that, there are things going on and you never know, how... In other words, what he's saying is you don't know the shambolic nature of what could be going on behind the scenes.
Oh, 100%. But for me,
but it still doesn't present him
the idea of him walking into the AC Milan medical thinking it would be anything else other than an utter catastrophe. So the issue, what's going on with Mateta's knee at the moment is he's got an injury that it's not getting worse. He's able to play through the knee injury, it's fine, but it's a correction that needs to happen at some point, and it requires surgery and 4 months of rehab. So why would any club take a hit on you?
How much did they say?
About 30 mil-ish, just under 30 million quid. So Forest bid 35 million for him. Palace said no, and then accepted the. Because all the reports are saying something along the lines of it's more than 30 million euros, so that's about 28 to 30 million pounds. I just find the whole Mateta situation ridiculous. You're 28, man. Why would you throw your toys out the pram now? It's not like you wouldn't be able to get a move in a few months' time. In the summer, he could definitely go. And
he might not get this move. He might not be able to get this kind of move.
Well, he framed it initially as that he wanted to preserve his World Cup space, didn't he? He's just broken into the French team, and he was worried that the way things were going at Palace, that their form was going to dip, and that might affect his World Cup chances. But it was a very odd kind of set of scenarios, and like I said, it didn't present him in the best of lights. It just presented him as the so-called traitor leaving the sinking ship.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So
how are they going to treat him when he comes back? How are they going to treat him when he comes back?
The same way you lot treated Salah when he came back.
Oh, we love Salah.
No, but that's true, isn't it?
Salah didn't do that. What Mateta done?
Well,
Mateta's literally
he came out and trashed the club, basically.
He left everything there and said, I'm out of here.
To be fair, Salah didn't actually say, I want to go.
He didn't say, I want to go.
No, but he said, I think he pretty much said, I played my last game for Liverpool.
That's for the class.
This week coming up, the game against Brighton will be my last. It will be my farewell.
So well, no, I think he said I'll say my bye to Liverpool fans against Brighton, but that was also because there was AFCON next.
Yeah,
I think he may have been referring more to the fact that he's going to AFCON.
Sounds like some pedantic scum. But you know what? He meant his last game for the club.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still there, obviously. FJ, do you think Salah's going to be there first game of next season? Or are we seeing the Salah farewell tour? I see it's not really a farewell tour, but as in, are we seeing the final 16, 20 games of Salah at Liverpool?
Funny thing about it, I heard he's got 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah. So let's say Saudi were to come in with a decent amount of money for a player with 1 year left on his contract, which you could use to then go and find a new right winger. It's not even a case of do you think he'll be there. Would you be all right with seeing him go in the same kind of way when Coutinho left, right? You got 100 million back for it.
Totally different.
No, but I mean in the way of they come in big money for someone who is replaceable.
Who?
Coutinho.
Oh, obviously Salah. Go on, carry on.
No, but I mean in the way of let's say some Saudi team would come in or a European team come in.
Yeah.
And then they put down like 70 million quid on the table. Would you deny the 70 mil to have one more year of what has been a pretty poor Mo Salah this season?
Not to take it, mate. Be mad not.
I thought Man United were mad not to take 100 million for Bruno.
But that was his decision.
Oh, Man United accepted it.
Huh?
Man United accepted
Well,
it.
United said if you want to leave, we'll
You can
say
go,
yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's slightly different.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. But if any Saudi team came in now for Salah, 100 million, last year of his contract.
I don't think you're seeing 100. I don't think 100 will be put on the table.
70.
At max, it'll be 60, 70 million, I think.
70 million for Salah?
Yeah.
I'm not taking it.
Would you keep him one more season and
I'll
let him
keep
go
it.
for free?
Yeah, farewell. You have to
I
give him
think
his
you need
farewell.
to take the money.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, he has to. He's so much of a not even a Liverpool legend. He's so much of a Premier League legend.
Oh
He
yeah,
has to have-
without
he
a
needs
doubt.
a farewell tour. 100% needs a farewell tour. Every stadium he goes to, he gets clapped on. You know, he needs to be embraced that he's a quality player, and he's one of the most quality players that ever played in the Premier League. So yeah, I won't sell him. I'll keep it for him another year and just let him go for free. But other fans will say they'll take the money and let him go. And I understand that side as well. I understand that view as well. But me, if it was up to me, in my opinion, I'll keep him 100%.
You think just let him stay as long as he
Yeah,
wants
yeah.
to?
Let him do
Only
his
when
farewell
he
tour.
wants to go does he go.
Yeah, let him do his farewell
Yeah.
tour, because he's done so much for this Liverpool Football Club. He's made me so happy so many times in my life, my football life. But yeah, and how long has he been there for? And he's made me so happy, you know.
9
But,
seasons now?
Yeah,
Or was that
so
coming up to 10?
funny enough, he's probably maybe the happiest I've ever been in my football life since he's come to Liverpool.
Well, yeah, you won what, a Champions League and 2 Premier Leagues?
everything. You want everything.
Yeah.
So he's the last 9 years that Salah's come. He's made me the happiest ever, and a lot of Liverpool fans. So,
But do you still think,
He has
regardless,
to stay.
maybe even if Salah stays, you've got to sign another right winger in the side,
Yeah.
and someone new to maybe go? You can't. Cause he can't be playing starting 55
He can't,
games a
he
season
can't,
next
he
season,
can't.
can he?
He can't.
He does look like he's lost about a yard or so of pace.
100%.
He
The
really has.
age now. The
And,
age
Yeah.
some
now.
and some finishing ability as well.
Who's Salah? Never,
Yeah.
never.
Oh,
It's,
mate,
no, it's,
no.
it's just I can see how Salah needs to play now, because you know how all the wingers, when they get older, they change position. They go into a striker role.
Yeah.
But now we don't even need a striker. We've got Ekatike, we've got Isaac, so now it's totally different.
Yeah.
That role that Slot's got with him out wide, Salah needs to be able to beat his man. Like he couldn't even take on Hall. He couldn't take
That's
on
what I mean.
Lewis Hall.
Salah's really lost the
Yeah,
second of pace.
he
Yeah.
couldn't take on Lewis Hall. We've got one side we've got Salah. He can't take on Lewis Hall. We've got another side, we've got Gakpo. And he's doing. I was thinking, no. But yeah, I'll keep Salah anyway. I would love to keep Salah for another season.
I like, because I'm in the same situation with like Bruno Fernandes, in the way of like, personally, I'm saying I want him to stay for every second that he wants to be here. I don't want to see us try and sell him or anything. I still think he's got another 3.
But he's not a Man United
2-3
legend.
seasons.
He's not a Man United legend.
Bruno, I
Yeah.
think Bruno is
A Man United legend?
Yeah.
What's he done?
100%.
What's Bruno done for Man United?
He's
won
been one
FA
of our
Cups.
best players in the last like,
FA
20
Cups.
years or so.
Oh yeah, FA Cups.
No, I know. You can troll it all you want, but I genuinely think Bruno Fernandes is a Manchester United legend.
No, he's a great player, but he's not a legend.
I think he's a legend for us.
Why not? Why is he not?
Yeah, why not? Oh, you're asking me? Oh.
Yeah. Like
Because,
I know he's not won a Premier League or a Champions League, etc. But he's won trophies with us, captain. He's set to become only the 3rd player in our history to get over 100 both goals and 100 assists. Like statistically, he's been one of like our most productive ever players.
100%.
And I feel like the way he's trawled us through these, like if David De Gea is seen as a Manchester United legend, then Bruno Fernandes is
Totally
100%.
different though. Totally different.
Why?
Totally different. Because if someone says De Gea, was De Gea there for was it 2012, 2013 season?
Yeah.
Was he there for that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
De Gea has a Premier League, Bruno Fernandes doesn't.
but we saw David De Gea. Like, I saw from the beginning. Like he just started. He couldn't even catch the corners. He was struggling for the corners.
Yeah.
And you see him develop like into this amazing keeper. Got into like little disruption with the team, and he left. But I still think that Bruno's quality, world class. I don't call a lot of players world class.
Oh, yeah, he's
Bruno,
world class.
100, not like Declan Rice. Declan Rice is not world class. Bruno, 100% world class, 100%. But I still don't think he's a Man United legend, because he hasn't taken Man United to the next level.
You don't think Declan Rice is world class?
No. Why Declan Rice?
That's a terrible
Why
opinion.
Declan Rice world class?
He's full of a terrible opinion.
Terrible.
Declan Rice is player of the year.
Okay, let me tell you why he's not world class. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
What is he good at? He don't do forward passes, side-to-side passing. He's got is set pieces, crosses for Arsenal. He's got 2 free kicks in the Champions League now. Wow. Other than that, what? And he runs back and forth.
Yeah. So
other than that, what?
I hear it. I hear the argument.
Do you know what world class is though? You have to be good for a certain amount of seasons, at a high level for a certain amount of seasons. Declan Rice hasn't been at a top tier level for a certain amount of seasons. I've never heard someone talk about Declan Rice till now.
I'd say this is
Declan
Declan Rice's second full season of being one of the best midfielders in the league.
What? Last
No, but he's been one of the best midfielders in the league for about 2 years now.
No way. They had a good Champions League run last year, and Declan Rice was part of it, part of the Premier League run, part of everything.
Right, I have the definition here of what they deem as world class. So
You love your definition.
a world class football is an elite, top tier player recognised as one of the best in the world within this specific position. Now, I think you would say on those metrics that Declan Rice is world class because he's definitely a top tier player and he's definitely recognised as one of the best players in the world in his specific position.
That's not world class.
Well, that's what they
That's not world class.
Declan Rice has been the best in his position this season.
I think his definition carries more weight than yours.
That dictionary definition don't make no sense because you can't be world class in one season. You can't.
No, but he's not been world class in one season.
And that's the problem. He ain't been world class at all. Like what?
In your opinion?
So what?
These things are subjective.
It's not subjective. We have all watched Declan Rice play. I've never heard someone say Declan Rice was world class last season.
Was he world?
I just said it, to be fair.
Last season?
Yeah.
You can't be world class.
He
for
was
1
world
year.
class, in my opinion, even when he was at West Ham. And you could speak to West Ham.
But that guy's the centre back.
How do you think he got the move to play to Arsenal?
He was a centre back. Now he's become a DM. From a DM to a CM. Wonderful.
That's even more to his credit.
Beautiful. I love them kind of players that can play so many positions. I learn different positions. I love that. But Declan Rice has not been top tier for more than that. You have to be top tier at a high level for a certain amount of seasons, and he's not done that. 100%.
I mean, yeah. Look, we can go around.
And Bruno's not world class either.
No,
Bruno's not a legend. Bruno's not a Manchester legend. Yeah,
I think he is. I don't know what your take is on that.
Is Bruno a Manchester legend?
Legend status. Because I feel like if you get to the point where you're so well known and stuff, you're either an icon or a legend. And I think an icon.
What's the difference?
Huh?
What's the difference?
Like an icon, cult hero type person.
And what's he done? He's not. What's he been a hero for?
Bruno?
Yeah, what's he been a hero for?
What do you class as a hero? Would you class Mo Salah as a Liverpool legend?
What?
No, I'm not. No, I want to know your. I'm not saying he's not. I just want to know your definition.
100%.
What's your definition? What would Bruno need to do to leave Man United a legend?
Do something out of the hat.
Like what?
I doubt you're not gonna win the Premier League or Champions League or something crazy. But if you guys do anything right now, he's gonna be a major.
Is Florian Wirtz world class?
No.
Who in Liverpool's team's world class?
Oh, who in Liverpool team?
Yeah.
Alisson, Van Dijk, and Salah. That's the 3 world class players. I'm not biased. I say the truth, you know.
I'd agree with that, man. Salah not this season. Salah's been honking this season.
Yeah, but he's done so much he's done so much in so many years for someone to never ever doubt his world class.
Who did you say? Did you have Van Dijk in there?
Verge, Ali, and Salah, 3 world class players, and not even Liverpool legends. They're Premier League legends and icons.
Yeah, look, fair enough. Like, I would argue that
Mic drop.
I would argue that Bruno is a United legend and a Premier League icon. That's how I would see it.
Wow.
I'm not sure about Premier League.
I really do think so.
No, Premier League icon's too far. Like if he done so,
it's so sad. He will be spoken about still in 20, 30 years time.
They're gonna forget him. They're gonna forget him. Do you know why?
No.
Do you know why?
Especially if he gets that assist record this season.
Oof.
And like, he probably won't.
Salah
14 games to get 9 assists.
Salah could have got it, but he said, "You know what? We won the league. I'll just sit back and just."
He bowled it, mate.
Oh,
bowled it big
don't
time.
say that,
But anyway, back to transfer news. We got Alex Disasi's having his medical at West Ham.
Ooh.
Worth
but
noting.
The deal might
I don't
not
mean
go
to interrupt
through.
you.
Yeah, go on.
Oh yeah, I was literally going to say that,
Yeah.
so I should have let you finish your sentence. Worth noting with this specific deal that just because his medical is done doesn't mean he'll be a West Ham player.
How interesting is that they can even get to the point where they've done the medical and still not actually decided or not?
And still
Do you remember
cancel
Ross
it.
Barkley? Was it medical at Chelsea and then changed his mind? I remember a few seasons ago. Was it Chelsea?
No, Ross Barkley was a Chelsea player, was he not? For a period of time?
He was, yeah.
But wasn't it? I think he then went to Chelsea in the end, but I think initially he had a medical.
There was something like that.
Yeah. But so is this a case of, like, is it Disasi's decision? Do you know if he's waiting for another club or if he feels...
It's probably too late for another club to come in. He was in the Chelsea, what the media referred to as the bomb squad, the players that are not chosen by the manager, but players chosen by people at the club that aren't good enough to play for the first team, and basically are sent to train with the under-21s, the under-23s, and it will then be decided will they leave the club from that. So obviously he wants to leave, just like Sterling wanted to leave. That's why his contract was terminated. So that
Where's
he's
Sterling
a
going?
free agent. Because he's a free agent, he actually doesn't need to move today.
Okay.
But yeah, so he obviously wants to play regular football, Disasi, but just cautious at the moment on whether this deal will go through.
Yeah, but then what's his alternative? What, just sit in Cobham for another 5 months and then do something, or maybe get his contract terminated as well? Maybe that's what he's pushing for. I don't know. But also as well, Ademola Lookman, big up, joined Atletico Madrid.
Good signing.
Yeah,
very good
but
signing.
he's so good. I really want to see him back in the Prem. I thought he'd have been a very, very good player to have back in the Premier League. But he was linked to PSG, and then that fell through, and then he was almost going to Fenerbahce. But he's staying in the big 5 European leagues. I don't know, Lookman, I think his journey's been great, but also it's also been confirmed by the BBC that Mateta will be staying at Crystal Palace. So after all that from Mateta, he's staying at Palace.
I wonder how he will be received by the fans.
Yeah.
I was
Not
just going to
well.
say that. What if you're leading striker, like it's never going to happen, but imagine Gyökeres was like, yeah, cool, I don't want to be here anymore. And then everyone thought he was going to leave, and then the deal fell through. Would you like to then see him back in that starting 11?
Yeah, I know.
It's a difficult one because he's a brilliant player,
Yeah.
but it's like Salah, right? It's a similar situation.
Does he
but-
then
I'll tell you what,
go and get this operation now?
Exactly, because I'll tell you what is interesting, because they have acquired Strand Larsen in the meantime, haven't
Yeah.
they? And they need to give him a fair shake. So, in the light of what we know about this injury, do Palace play him?
I think they should just bin him off.
Yeah,
Just take him, go get your surgery now.
yeah, exactly.
Because if they've got Strand Larsen is now their striker longer term, right? Or at least for the rest of the season, they've signed him £45 million striker, or someone they believe is worth paying £45 million for. Personally, I don't think
I think he's got one Premier League goal.
one Premier League goal this season. Yeah.
That if one Premier League goal's going for £45 million, the game's gone.
Yeah, but Wolves have had a bad season this season. He had a good season last season.
Yeah, he is
14 goals last season when he was on loan at Wolves.
He was highly thought of. I mean, he's Norwegian international, isn't he?
Yeah.
They're qualified for the World Cup.
Norway in their various different strikers they've got. They've got
He plays for Norway, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got Sorloth, Haaland, Strand Larsen, and Oscar Bob as well, yeah. Odegaard behind them. They do have a very good team, Norway's team. Very, very good team. But with Mateta, I think the best solution for all parties here is that Mateta just never shows his face at Selhurst Park again.
It will be
goes
quite
and gets his
difficult.
injury, goes and does his rehab in France, and then he gets sold in the summer.
I think that's probably the.
But also as well, if he
scenario.
actually, now I think about it, if he tries and goes and let's say he continues playing and he doesn't get the surgery, he won't go to the World Cup. Actually, I've just realised. So he really is in a bad way. Mateta is. Like, what is his best? What's the best thing for him to do?
Palace will take him back. Palace will definitely take him back.
Well, they have to take him back. But it's like Dylan says, it'll be because we're hearing that he needs surgery, and then 4 months out. So he will go in the summer anyway. So do they just say, right, we've got Strand Larsen, allow Mateta to have his surgery, and by that time the 4 months is up, we're into the close season, the summer, and then he can get the move to Liverpool.
Go and sign another striker.
To say, stay away from Liverpool, please.
But yeah, it's an interesting set of events. I mean, like I said, it'll be interesting to see what the fans think. But yeah, I tend to agree with Dinner. I think he might have already played his last game for Palace.
Yeah, I mean, look, but talking about being received from, receiving from fans, like players have come back from it. Mo Salah came back from it very, very quickly.
No,
I remember when Salah came out with that stuff, I was like, he's done. There is no way back for him. And then he kind of just had a conversation with Slot. A few reports got put out saying that he's remained professional, and then he was on the bench against
Even
Brighton.
though he wasn't. Even though
Like
he was
it's
far
also
from
it's also
I
all
understand the
Mateta needs
situation.
all Mateta needs to do is is score in a 3-1 win off the bench.
Or 1-0.
or something, or get an assist for a winning goal, and suddenly it's fine again. Like football is like that, isn't it? Like very, very quickly, everything is
it's
okay
fickle.
again.
It's a fickle ecosystem for sure.
Yeah, but Sam, just want to ask you as well.
Yeah.
Does this not have any effect on the Strand Larsen deal? Is that still likely to
Mateta.
go through? Yeah.
So as of 15 minutes ago, Strand Larsen to Crystal Palace is still on. So there's been no sign as of 15 minutes ago when I last checked that deal had fallen through. It's still on at the moment. I'm sure that I'll check again in 2 minutes and it will be off. But right now, that deal is still on.
Yeah. By the way,
Van
can I
Dijk.
just say it's exactly 1 hour to go now.
Ooh.
6 p.m. Exactly 1 hour left for this transfer
Smash the
window.
likes, smash the likes,
Smash the like
smash
button.
the likes.
Turn the notifications on.
I'm
all
reading
of
the
this, all of
comments.
that.
I'm reading the comments, and someone said, "Don't argue Google." Don't argue
Well,
Google.
it was
about
it was the Gemini AI, I believe, that came up with that
oh, yeah?
definition.
Don't
So
argue
the real
Google. I'm
question
not,
is,
guys.
do you trust AI?
I do.
We spent an hour going into that. No, but
No, but the AI that I was referring to did lift that description from the dictionary, if you see what I mean.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, listen, that whole entire subject is that entirely subjective, isn't it?
100%.
There is no standard or scripted definition of what world class is. You speak to different people, they'll give you different takes on it. So it's a very subjective issue.
You know what I think, Simon, signing that a team should do is I think Spurs should look at Raheem Sterling. Because it came out a few days ago that Thomas Frank wanted a left-sided wing, like a left-sided forward, left winger.
But what Sterling do they want? Because they're not going to get the Liverpool Sterling. They're not going to get the City Sterling. They don't want the Chelsea Sterling. So what Sterling
They'll
do
get
they
the
want?
Arsenal Sterling.
You know what I mean?
It's like they're asking to have their stadium emptied out by signing Sterling.
I know.
What a
Well, I don't-
ridiculous signing.
No, you don't.
You think, yeah? I've done a lot of.
Because I think Spurs are in so much trouble. They really, I think Thomas Frank stinks.
Sterling's another player that hate. Like I love Sterling so much.
All I can think of when I see Sterling is that clip of him taking that free kick at Stamford Bridge where he just skies it into Rosette, and it's like
Like
even my
like-
dog,
I'm not surprised.
My
That's
dog
not
could
like
take
like,
it
like
back.
Madueke's shot last week.
Right,
You
that
seen
Madueke,
the video of that?
Oh man, and then what was even more farcical is they went straight down the other end and scored.
Oh,
Yeah.
straight from that.
Like immediately. I don't, maybe that's because I saw that link.
But he
the other
made
day.
amends on Saturday. He was brilliant.
Does Spurs have any hope of anything now this season? Like, are they going to finish top half? Are they? Because to be fair, I saw the clips of Abby on Talksport afterwards, and I spoke to her after the Spurs game, and she was like, I don't know who that team was. Like, she's not seen that performance from them all season. Coming back from 2 goals down. I know, like, the whole debate about, was Solanke's first goal. His second goal, by the way, was incredible. Like, regardless of whatever, that was
Scorpion kick.
that was beautiful.
I'll tell you what's interesting about that though is that a few weeks ago I sat not too far away from Kim, and he was going on about this time of the year Arsenal always bottle it and
How many times did I say that I saw?
yeah,
Christmas.
right, and he was talking about this time of the year Arsenal always implode, they're mentally weak, they'll crumble, and since he said those words, City's form has gone.
But
has actually.
I think the thing with that
not-
though is that it's not like you.
So
Didn't
if
do
anyone's
that,
bottling
just
it, it's
everyone
City.
It's just not. It's not that you didn't do that this time round because
You haven't.
You went winless for 3.
That's a blip.
You
That's
drew
not
0-0. Yeah, but you always have that 3-game run. That's always what does you in.
No, but he said
also-
we were
but
going to
Man's-
implode. That's not imploding.
No, yeah, well, look, but what I think, at least from my perspective, is that you always have that 3 or 4 game run where you don't win in.
And
like
in
3
that
games.
3-game run, there was only that one defeat to you. And as I've
But
pointed
then it was
out,
a 0-0 draw against like
Okay,
17th
but-
place
Okay,
Nottingham
but there
Forest,
was-
and a 0-0
Emirates,
draw
80%
against
Emirates.
against a terrible Liverpool team.
Okay.
Terrible.
Like,
No
but
striker.
those.
but the thing is,
There's- okay,
but then,
so there's 3 games.
But then Man
right?
City also did it this
Exactly.
time, which is the difference.
You're not going to win every single game, right? There were 3 games, 2 draws and 1 defeat. It's not like it was 2 defeats and 1 draw. Two draws and 1 defeat. Even in that defeat that we had against Man United, that could easily have ended up draw.
100%.
Because at the end of the day, that game was decided by a worldie in the 88th
Yeah, that's true.
minute. We've not been played off the park in any of those games. We've not let 3-0 games slip, or you know what I mean, where you could say, oh, there's some definite mental fragility there. Yes, you could say that there were signs of nervousness. But I think people got a little bit carried away, which is why the result against Leeds was
Massive.
Yeah, because people were starting to doubt, or more than doubt, and then they've laid that to rest completely with that away winning. I mean, supposedly Leeds was this cauldron of a place, and no one goes there and does well. They beat you lot.
Drew.
Yeah, okay. Or they gave you a hard game there, didn't they?
Who? Sorry.
Leeds.
Yeah, man. Ruben Amorim tax.
Yeah, so
that's why I feel that Fulham, that Leeds game was so massive, because going to that game with so much pressure. If you got 1 point off, I think that would build.
Yeah, there would have been, all sorts of talk going on about we're about to, throw it all away and all the rest of it. So to go up there and win, not just win, but beat them comprehensively on their own ground. Because let's be honest, man. 4-0 did not flatter Arsenal.
No,
it could have been 5 or 6 or 7.
Why is Gokeres scoring when it's 3-0 up already? He don't get the first goal. He don't get no winners.
It matters not.
Okay.
As long as he's scoring, that's the main thing. I think he's got 3 goals in his last 4 games now as well.
Yeah.
Is he on form?
Yeah.
And how many goals does Sesko have in his last 4 games?
Yeah, but we're not talking about Sesko. We're talking about.
I just want to let you know. It's 4. No, I'm kidding.
What is Van Dijk? Is Van Dijk still the biggest signing ever to happen in January?
No, Aubameyang is.
Oh, come on, man. Aubameyang had 6 months.
Are you talking about biggest signing in January at the time, or
ever?
Well, think
And
about
what
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 happened
are you
in
talking about?
January.
Impactful signings.
Yeah,
But-
Bruno Fernandes joined Man United in January.
But Bruno's not done anything near close to what Van Dijk has done. So there's a different world.
He hasn't won as much as Van Dijk has won, and it's hard to compare them as players because one is a defender and one is an attacking midfielder. But if you look at the impact that Bruno's had on the man, if you look at it like this, and you were to take Bruno Fernandes out of the Manchester United team,
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt my heart. Hurt my heart.
Listen. If you're going to take Bruno Fernandes out of the Manchester United team and you're going to take Van Dijk out of the Liverpool team, do you not think the impact would hurt Manchester United more than it would hurt Liverpool? And therefore, who has made more impact?
No. Do you know where?
You think taking Van Dijk out of Liverpool will make less of an impact than taking Bruno out of Man United?
Hands down, 100%. Because when we got Van Dijk, we were screaming, we were crying, we were going everywhere looking for a centre back. We spent all that money on Van Dijk, and the amount of responses we're getting, bad signing, 80 million, that's a waste of money, and he comes back to be this one of. I was just about to say one of the greatest centre backs ever. No, the greatest centre back ever to play the Premier. Yeah.
That's not true.
The greatest centre back to ever play in the Premier League. 100%.
He's not even the best centre back to sign for a team in January in the Premier League.
Are you not joking, or are you being serious?
I'm being serious with that
You
one.
think Van Dijk is the best Premier League centre back ever?
Don't say Rio Ferdinand, please. Oh, you were going to say that's good.
He's one of them.
That's a good
He's
start.
got to be up there.
Okay, cool. So if it's not,
I'm not saying he's not
gotta
up
be
there,
up
but
there.
to say that he is the greatest Premier
No.
League centre, that's a big statement.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a massive statement, but he's top 3 and he's not third.
As
and
a
second.
centre back signing in the January transfer window, there is one that had more impact than Van Dijk's had, and that was Nemanja Vidic signing for Man United
Oh,
in
he had
January.
2 seasons at
Do you
Man
notice
United.
the trend there?
He
You
had
notice
two
the trend
seasons
there?
at Man United.
You're both
Just
saying players that played for your respective clubs. This is what I'm
yes.
talking about.
No.
Welcome
I'm talking
to
about
football fans.
subjectivity.
Okay, cool. So if Van Dijk's not the greatest ever to play in the Premier League as a centre back, who is then?
It's an interesting
Rio and
discussion.
JT are both ahead of him.
You can never say Rio because Rio's never ever the
Do you
main.
think Rio's better than Van Dijk?
No,
Yeah.
Rio's not even better
Why?
than Vidic.
And John Terry.
Apart from his Man United player. Why?
Rio's not even better than Vidic.
No, Rio was better than Vidic.
No, Rio was better than Vidic.
Yeah, Rio was definitely better than Vidic.
Vidic is the leader out of them two.
No, but they're 2 different types of centre halves.
We've had this conversation
Yeah.
before about like types of centre backs.
Vidic is more your
I
physical
do think
enforcer.
Rio is
But in
was
terms
the
of
best.
a footballer, no, come on.
Thank you. Van Dijk's way better.
Yeah, but I would say that Van Dijk is a better player than Rio.
Okay, so
to
cool.
me.
So who's the greatest centre back to ever play the Premier League?
I think that's a great question because
Thank
you'd have to
you.
put John Terry up there as well.
Oh, come
No, you would. Listen, I've got plenty
You've got
of
to put
reasons.
John Terry up there, bro. He was part.
got
He
plenty of
was
reasons
part
to
of that
dislike
defence
John
that
Terry.
conceded 15 goals
No, John Terry.
across a whole Prem
Listen,
season.
John Terry had Peter Cech, Carl Valio. He had Essien in front of him.
Yeah, but
He had
all
a
of those
Van
guys-
Dijk's got Allison.
Yeah.
Allison is stunning goalkeeper.
Totally different teams. But John Terry is an amazing centre back, top tier. But he cannot talk to Van Dijk.
No, but I think what you'll find is all of those centre halves need a support system behind them. They can't do it
All
on
four
their
football
own.
players do though, 100%.
Exactly. So, but what I would say though, I do think
Frank's right.
FJ makes a very good point. To me, if I was asked to pick who would want in my team, a prime Van Dijk or a prime Rio, I'll go Van Dijk.
Fair enough.
And that's not to denigrate Rio. He's a great player, but to me, Van Dijk, he's got the Rolls Royce footballing ability. He's got the toughness. He's got the leader. He's a better leader than Rio, 100%.
In my eyes, Van Dijk's had too many up and downs compared to like Rio Ferdinand. Because Van Dijk, I know obviously one of them was his ACL. You can't control for that. Pickford deciding that he didn't want Van Dijk to play football anymore. But like Van Dijk also has had up and down seasons. Rio at United, I know obviously.
No, but that doesn't.
QPR Rio is a different story.
No,
but like at United, Rio pretty much didn't have a down.
No, but that is a
and
very
what was it?
jaundiced
Five
argument.
Premier League titles?
Shall I tell you why that's quite jaundiced? Because let's be honest, that Man United team was a better team than the Liverpool
Way
team
better.
we're talking about.
And that Chelsea team for John Terry.
And you could also argue that one of the reasons they were that better team was because Ray was in it. But you know what I'm saying? To me, if you look at skill for skill, attribute for attribute, to me, Van Dijk shades it.
No, I mean, look, it's another of those things where we can just talk about of all time.
Tony
Blah, blah,
Adams.
blah.
He played in the Premier League.
Oh, cold ball.
He did play in the Premier League, but I don't think we can necessarily. If we're talking about just how they were when they were playing in the Premier
I'll
League.
tell you what, though, maybe in a few years' time, you might be talking about Saliba being up there.
Oh,
with
he'll,
those
be,
guys.
he'll be at Madrid.
Who knows?
I don't know. I don't know if he will be at Madrid.
Yeah, that
PSG.
Real
He
Madrid
seems
talk
quite
has gone
committed
pretty
to
quiet.
Arsenal.
Oh,
Yeah.
If they don't win
If
the
we
league
win
this
the
year-
league this year, which let's face it, is a very good chance we're gonna, then I think he'll stick around for a few more years.
He penned a 5-year deal,
Yeah.
like 3 months ago, didn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
And let's be honest, man, Real Madrid at the moment are a bit of a basket case of a club. Does he
know.
want to go there right
And
now?
they're blaming Alonso. After that shocker we saw in the Champions League, after last night they scored a late winner.
Would he want to go to a club like that right now, Saliba? If you just won the league, possibly the Champions League, you're going great guns with Arsenal, you're happy, you're getting stacks of money, you formed a great partnership with Gabriel, the fans love you, and then you look across the waters and you see Madrid talk about player power, managers getting sacked, the Spanish league in a bit of a disarray.
Oh
Do you
no,
wanna go there?
no, Arsenal is the better place for him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a solid starting spot, one of the best centre backs in the league at the moment, playing alongside within one of the most kind of settled defences in the league, in a settled club who's far into their project. I don't see why you would leave
Why would
Arsenal
you
for
leave?
Madrid if you're Saliba.
For
Not this summer.
For once, it's actually hard to see the vision of Real Madrid at the moment. I mean, the expectation is that Real Madrid win La Liga and win the Champions League every single season. But at the moment, with the manager that nobody's ever really heard of right now, and they're not really winning games like they used to, like the Real Madrid of old, it's hard to actually see the vision. So if you're Saliba, why would you even consider going to Real Madrid at the moment?
Not right now, anyway. He's still very young.
Well, you don't think I'd rather deflated Real Madrid second place than Arsenal? 100%. I'm going Real Madrid straight away.
But we'll see.
What, you think this
disagree.
Arsenal that's playing games at the top? You think they like enlighten me?
You're
No,
just saying that
I'll-
because you've lost players like Trent. to
Arsenal are
Madrid.
so lucky. This is the worst Premier League season ever, and
Oh,
you
here
know
we
on top
go,
of the
yeah,
league.
yeah.
So lucky, so lucky.
Isn't it funny how that narrative is being pushed now?
No,
now
but
that
I-
Arsenal are on
look,
the verge of winning.
Top 20 goal scorers. There's no Arsenal player in it.
That is the one thing I will say about Arsenal. I do think it's the worst.
That's
It's
crazy.
in terms of performances this season, it's the worst attacking line I've seen to win the league. Genuinely. But that just that speaks to the credit of your midfield and your defence. It does. But like for
I think what
for the
that
most
speaks
part,
to is the overall efficiency of the team. Because
Definitely.
no, that's what I mean for sure.
digressed.
But like it is just.
I know
but-
we're digressing, but I do need to make this point, and this is a point I've been making now for a while. If you're talking about in terms of enthrallment and entertainment, and yes, I would accept that
I love
Arsenal.
these words. I
are
love
not-
the words. I love it. Performance. I love the words. I
No,
love
we're
it.
not
I
the
love it.
most, you know what I mean, aesthetically pleasing team to watch sometimes, but we do score a lot of goals, funny enough.
It's so boring
From
to watch.
corners.
I'm so bored when I watch
I
Arsenal.
saw.
Inshallah.
I was
Was you
thinking-
bored?
I was
Was you bored on Saturday when we stuffed
Yes.
Leeds 4-0?
Yes.
I was talking about this with my friend that supports Arsenal, and I was saying I'm not entertained when I watch Arsenal, but with the position that Arsenal are in, they don't play football to entertain.
Exactly.
And that's why I think they're going to win the league, because you see games like Wolves at home where you just about won. Those games win you leagues. If you lose that game, who knows?
That's right.
When it comes to the end of the season and you look at the points, the goal difference, everything counts, right? Literally everything counts at this stage of the season, of the running. Literally everything. So those games like Wolves where you do scrappy little wins in the last minute, those games win you titles, and that's the sign of
exactly.
And
And what I would say to football fans is, right, what I would say to football fans, do you want your team to be enthralling? Do you want them to be entertaining and then fall short? Or do you want your team to be effective and eke out those games where you're not playing that well, win, not lose at times, and win the title? Over a 38-game season, you're probably not going to entertain week in, week out and win the title, because it's just a long, hard season with injuries, loss of form, all sorts of different intangibles. But if you get a team that is well put together, the players know their jobs, they have a certain identity and stick to it, and they have good players in key positions and win games, that's what wins titles. Because in the past, we have been that aesthetically pleasing team. We have been that team that's got excellent players to watch. And then for some reason, we've fallen short. And then I get the likes of you guys saying, oh, yeah, you bottled it. What would you prefer? A team that is, you know what I mean?
I'm completely with you. Nothing annoys me more than when a manager says, yeah, we didn't win the game, but at least it was entertaining.
Or you get what you got from this guy's manager earlier in the season, when every time they fell short, he would just moan about teams putting up low blocks.
Oh,
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
Every
mental
week.
from Slot.
To the point where it got noisy, and it's like, oh, come on, bro. You are not the only team that has happened to that in the
amount
Premier
of
League.
excuses he makes these
Yeah,
days.
didn't you find that annoying?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you
I've found
rather
so
have
many
had
other
a
stuff.
team that found if you got a set piece and you headed in and won 1-0, you'd much prefer that, wouldn't you? Rather than hearing your manager saying, yeah, but we play these teams, they put up low blocks and we find it very difficult to break down. After a while, you just thought, look, come on.
Slot says so many like crazy stuff. He's talking
So
about
that's what I'm
PSG,
talking about,
talking
effectiveness. We have found the ways to win those games when it's been
100%,
tight.
And I'd rather that. Like, I'd
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
look how to win than look how to give a good performance at the end of the day. But me, Liverpool are going through a bad spell right now. I'd rather see a good performance than us scraping a 0-0 draw. Or
Maybe next season, after we've won the title this season,
When?
you might see us be a
After
bit
when?
more expansive.
This is one thing I do think I want to say.
After
Yeah,
when?
is that
After we win that.
I told him he would do that. I told him he would do that at some
Production,
point.
tell him not to touch my trophy, please.
I told you he would do that. By the way, I just want to say, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Arsenal have agreed a deal to sign England under-19 international Jaden Dixon on a 4-year deal from Stoke City. Deal completed for 3.2 million plus add-ons. Arsenal view the player as a massive signing, beating several clubs to his signature.
Yeah, I'd heard about that guy.
Yeah, from Stoke City. That's just
It's
the
not gonna
latest coming
happen.
out. And also
Stoke City.
Chelsea have confirmed that... Oh, I've lost it. Mamadou Sarr has returned to Chelsea on loan from FC Strasbourg.
that's
So they loaned him They loaned him from Chelsea to their own club, Strasbourg, and they've now brought him back from their own club to their own club with the whole Chelsea model.
I mean, obviously, the Arsenal signing you spoke about there is for next season. Or seasons to come, not this season.
Yeah. Postamon, big up for Super Chat in the chat, says, I can't believe Arteta sets up the opposition in a low block to make the games boring, ruining football.
Well,
That's quite funny.
yeah.
No, I do think with Arsenal, it'll be a case of you win the league this season doing what you're doing, but it will not work next season. It's the same thing that Slots found out this year. What won in the league last year did not work this year. It doesn't work. You have to change every single season. So I do think Arsenal need a big summer next season. You need a big summer next season.
You say that, but
new left
Liverpool had a
winger.
big summer. It's a record-breaking summer in terms of transfers. And
Yeah,
look
no,
where
but
they
and you're
are.
going to need to do it again.
Not necessarily.
New
Not
left winger.
necessarily.
You're going to need a new attacking midfielder.
We will
I
need
think,
to
as well,
improve upon the
100%.
team, because that is just the nature of not just in football, in any sporting arena, in any walk of life. When you're at the top, it's demanded of you that you improve
Yeah, no,
Otherwise,
that's what I mean.
you stagnate and fall back.
You see the way City have acted the last 5-6 years, or even when United under Sir Alex Ferguson is they win the league and go and buy 4 new players who can play in the first team. Win the league, go and buy 4 new first teams.
Haven't they? Which are 2 excellent
City.
acquisitions.
Yeah, you're going to need to do the same. I feel like if Arsenal rest on their laurels in the summer, then you're going to have a big problem.
Yeah, no, that's one thing we do agree about.
So these are the biggest signings in January, yeah? So there's a big one as well. Okay, this is that one signing. I got told to move the mic closer, so I don't know if I'm shouting, but I'm sorry, yeah. Alright, cool, yeah. Luis Suarez, Ajax to Liverpool, 2011. That's an amazing signing.
Actually, sorry, FJ, can I just pause you there for a second? Because I was gonna bring this up about.
I'm scared of your pause.
No. I'll let you in a second. But obviously, this stream is sponsored by Rocket Mobile, and every Live at 5 stream we do a Rocket Ranked, where we rank things. We like ranking things, and what I wanted to do was talk about a few rank ideas about the top 3 best January window signings in the Premier League. Okay. We can either talk about either this season or of all time. So if we can create our little lists of what we think 1, 2, and 3. Let's go. We may as well go best Premier League January transfers of all time. Create your list of 1, 2, and 3. All of us can get our own lists up. But anyway, so from there, continue.
So I guess the ones that we do remember is Ajax, Suarez from Ajax to Liverpool. That's amazing. Dortmund, Aubameyang to...
Yeah, that was a great signing for us.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially for me, because I was a big admirer of Aubameyang and still am. That's my guy, man.
You still love him then, yeah?
Love is a little bit strong, but especially given my age, I'm old enough to be his dad. But in terms of what you see, the thing with Aubameyang that I loved about the time that we got him in January, the impact he made upon the club, certainly initially. I mean, he won the Golden Boot for us. We won the FA Cup, but it was the guy, the player, the swag. He played with a smile on his face. He got everybody.
The personality.
Yeah, he got everybody. You know what I mean? Up and
that was the Mandem Football Club before Chelsea. That was the Mandem Football Club before Chelsea took it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but not before Chelsea took it because they've not taken it. But I hear what you're saying. But yeah, he was a great signing for us.
Another one, Defoe, West Ham to Tottenham in 2004. That was a big signing.
That was a big signing. That was. He's so underrated, you know.
Who?
Defoe.
Jermaine Defoe. Yeah.
Jermaine Defoe was a striker and a half.
Not anymore.
Well, we see much more strikers now. But
I wasn't really that.
Prime Defoe was brilliant. He was so good.
Touch and shoot across goal. Mascherano, West Ham to Liverpool. Mascherano, amazing signing. I remember when he came, him and Carlos Tevez came to the Premier League.
Yeah, they were at West Ham.
Lit it up.
They were at West Ham first, huh?
We took Mascherano. Then, there's another one here. Dele Alli, MK Dons to Tottenham. Ooh. That was a good signing. He had a big impact.
It's a good signing, but it didn't hit what you think it would have done.
But he had a major impact in Tottenham.
Prime Dele Alli.
Oh yeah. No, under Pochettino, he was fantastic. Yeah,
crazy impact. This is another one.
But then the downside.
I'm gonna give you one from a little bit time ago though. But Andy Cole to Man United.
Where did he go from?
Blackburn. Newcastle. Yeah. He was there.
Jared Bowen, Hull City to West Ham in 20. What?
Yeah, that was January signing.
Hull City to West Ham.
Yeah.
In 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good signing.
Okay.
Well, because what it was with Jared Bowen, it was that in the Championship he would just do the same thing over and over, cut in, shoot.
So long ago before that.
But no one could stop him because he was just so much better than all the Championship defences. And then he's ended up. I think he's got another big move in him this summer, Jared Bowen.
Big one.
What?
Like Newcastle or something?
Like a backup forward for one of the big 6 teams. As a rotation forward, I think he's good enough to play in the Champions League, for example.
If West Ham get relegated, I think if they stay up, he'll stay.
Because Danny Dyer's going to force him to.
No, because I look at him as being a lifelong West Ham player.
He's a West Ham legend.
Yeah,
he's a West Ham legend.
Yeah, Mahrez to Man City. Was another one. That was another big Mahrez to Man City. That was in January.
Oh yeah.
I forget that was in January, you know.
I didn't even know it was in January. I've got another one here.
Torres from Liverpool to Chelsea. That was that flopped on him.
50 million. We took that 50 million quickly. Look,
mind you, he did win the Champions League with Chelsea.
Yeah, so, got that fluke. Arshavin, St. Petersburg to Arsenal, one of the worst players ever. Arshavin, if you say Liverpool Anfield memory.
4 goals.
That's one of the worst Anfield memories.
4-4.
Arteta, Sociedad to Everton. I think after this is, nothing special.
I mean, you've got Patrice Evra signing for Man United 2000. His start was bad at United, but obviously, he ended up being a great left back as well.
Character.
And obviously, Bruno Fernandes as well.
Evra.
Yeah, I like Evra. I like him.
Evra is great.
It's funny how
Evra is fantastic.
It's funny how
He's so funny.
How did Ferguson keep all that personality in that until he left, and now Evra just Evra.
What? How did?
How did he keep all that personality in that dressing room?
Because Sir Alex Ferguson had standards and demands. He knew what he needed. Because he is the GOAT manager. Easy.
Don't you think so?
I like Evra.
Patrice Evra's a proper goofy.
But
he's just living life, man. You know, he's got his family's like 100 and something people. He's got like 40.
So he likes to tell these stories.
and he said
he's like Fat Joe.
Fat Joe.
Have you heard of Fat Joe?
Yeah.
He's known in the industry for telling all these wild that later on people. That to me that's Patrice.
If you guys were to make a list, 1, 2, 3 best Premier League January transfers out of like all the ones that we've mentioned.
Van Dijk's first.
Van Dijk's top.
Van Dijk, Aubameyang, and Suarez.
Van Dijk, Aubameyang as top 3 ever.
Van Dijk.
Well, it's hard to
because Aubameyang, like, didn't do anywhere near as much as half the other ones that I mentioned in terms of their careers.
Like what?
Like Patrice Evra, for example.
Oh, Man United.
Yeah,
like, as an example, or Riyad Mahrez at Man City. But Aubameyang didn't do as much at Arsenal as Mahrez.
No. I've got to stop him there.
The individual impact.
Yeah, the impact and the je ne sais quoi that Aubameyang brought to Arsenal. There's no way that Evra could be.
Came in and took the armband, to be fair.
Who?
Aubameyang took the armband.
Exactly. The impact that he had upon Arsenal. Forget about, what a lot of people tend to do is that they remember the last year and the Chelsea stuff and all that. When he came to Arsenal, the impact he had, the way he carried the club, when we won the trophy and stuff like that, the aura around him. I mean, you can't compare that to
notice the singular in that sentence. When we won the trophy. Big up the FA Cup that you won.
Yeah, record holders of that, mate. But anyway, I'm talking about the impact, the aura, the swag, everything else. There's just the whole thing around Aubameyang is way bigger than anything that you could say about Evra. You know, he was just part of a very successful team.
Oh, I was talking just in terms of trophies won.
But if you're talking about individual signings,
Andy Cole, for example, signed in January and ended up being a treble winner. He won multiple Premier League titles. He won the treble.
It's a slightly different metric with respect. I'm talking about you were talking about the impact.
Individual impact. I'm not talking about like.
Then Aubameyang is way above.
And I would say that Bruno had a bigger impact at United than Aubameyang at Arsenal.
Well, but not ever.
But I wouldn't put Bruno in top 3 transfers of all all time.
Okay.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. Yeah. Bruno's impact at United was bigger than Aubameyang's at Arsenal. Definitely.
Okay.
If you're talking about individual impact, and also then he also went on to win more. With the club as well.
Okay. But not ever.
So
not Patrice Evra.
So we're all going to agree that Van Dijk's first. Thank you.
No, Van Dijk is definitely.
God, we did this a few weeks ago and I can't remember what my list was.
80 million.
I think I had Van Dijk third.
Third?
I think I put him third.
Yeah, but you had Rio above Van Dijk.
Rio wasn't a January transfer.
I know, but you said he was a better player, which I don't agree with. No,
but that's got no effect on this list.
Do you agree with that? Would you agree with that? You've seen them both play.
Out of which two, sorry?
Van Dijk and Rio.
Van Dijk and Rio.
Who would you rather have in your team?
Took like in their prime.
Yeah.
It's got to be Rio, man.
It's got to be Van Dijk.
It's got to be Van Dijk.
It's Rio.
Rio's not
every
better.
day of the week.
Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll.
Yeah, do a poll. Do a poll. But so what was your list? So you put Van Dijk first.
Van Dijk first.
And then you had Aubameyang, and then you said Aubameyang and Suarez.
I said Aubameyang and
Suarez.
But even Suarez's impact at Liverpool was crazy. Impact at
Did
Liverpool.
he join in January?
Yeah, joined in January
from Ajax.
Yeah, in
2018.
Yeah.
Even though
no, not 2018. Sorry, 2011.
I saw
Van Dijk was 2018.
And I said, wait, that's too far back.
Yeah. So Van Dijk was 2018.
I thought he was a repugnant person, but I do have to admit he was a quality player.
What an evil genius! He's amazing IQ, so crazy IQ. I think his impact at Liverpool might even be bigger than Bruno at Man United.
Van Dijk's at Liverpool.
No, Suarez. That individual.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, I agree. I think I agree with you.
I think he's right.
So Liverpool got the best 2 sides in January. Alright, cool. And we just signed a new centre back in January. Okay, yeah. So you know what that means? We've got something in the January transfer window.
Yeah, you can't deny his footballing ability, but as a person, he was a real piece of work, man.
I know.
A real piece of work. Repugnant personality, but a very, very good player. I must admit.
Sam, is Trent available for transfer?
Trent.
Yeah.
What, to bring him home? I'm thinking about my.
I could see that happening. You know?
He'll probably end his career a Liverpool player.
I could see that happening, honestly.
Obeloa was telling him. Obeloa
even after everything.
Huh?
Even after everything.
After everything.
You say after everything, but it wasn't really anything.
No, I remember.
It was.
No, do you not remember Alex towards the back end of last season?
But every Liverpool fan's got their own. Like,
Did you like Trent?
I love Trent.
Were you happy
all
in
my
the manner
players,
that-
65, 66, 66. All my tops, all my shirts were 66. Trent, my first 66. Trent was my guy. But I don't mind him that he wants to go Real Madrid because I get it. Beckham done it. All these guys done it to take their, not just a career, their family.
But can I ask you a question?
Their life.
Can I ask you a question?
The only thing that I don't like was the way he done it.
Yes.
He didn't tell us.
So that leads into my question, and I'm going to say this, and listen, don't take no offence to this, but I think when I chat to Liverpool fans, I think that the hardcore Scousers, the likes of your Doyle and that, because he's born in Liverpool, and you know what I mean, then rather than you were adopted Scousers, I think seriously, I think they see it worse than you, because that's one of their guys that left their city and did that to them, snaked them basically, because they're saying you could have done it professionally, we would have got money.
When I said after everything that's happened, I actually more meant in the way of Liverpool fans rather than like, because I remember saying at the time, like, if you win everything with a football club now, especially considering how exposed we are to European leagues compared to 30 years ago, for example, like let's say when David Beckham went to Real Madrid, right? It was nowhere near as common for like British players to head off into Europe, head to Real Madrid. Even now, it's still not, but it's more common now in that you see like Jadon Sancho, for example, when he went from City to Dortmund, that was a big like pathway thing, and now you see Jude Bellingham going there. Jude Bellingham literally went to Dortmund as well. Like, and I think when you're now exposed to the aura of the big European teams, I think much more. Obviously, you've always had that, but it's much more so now than it was 30 years ago because of like the way that the big teams have performed in the media. If you win quite literally everything with Liverpool fan, been there 20 years, I think it was totally fair for him to go. But it was the reaction. I know the way that it happened and the way that there was no communication, but I meant when I was talking about after everything that's happened, I more mean from the Liverpool fans' perspective, would they accept him back?
I think they'll 100%.
I think there's a scenario
They
where
have
they
to
might
accept him
do,
back because what he's been there from the day one. I can remember him coming on the pitch. I can remember everything. Like they would accept him back, but I just don't. I think that they don't like that he left. I just don't like that he didn't tell us that he's leaving. If he told us that he's leaving, it would be totally different. You don't think? Like this is Real Madrid. This is Real Madrid. Like I understand. Like,
as in, like in January, he would have gone. I'm going to go in the summer
if he told
or something.
us,
I'm not going to renew my
Salah
contract.
came out and Van Dijk came out talking about their contracts. The only time Trent came out to say bye, I'm going to Spain.
Yeah.
If he came out and said, I understand, truly understand. But yeah, Sam, if there's any transfers there for Trent to come back to Liverpool, I'll be so happy.
I'll let him know and I'll ring him and tell him that you want him to come.
Has there been any more movement in the window? Just less than half an hour left now.
Yeah, less than half an hour. Nothing important. I mean, nothing groundbreaking. Frank Onyenka has left Brentford on an initial loan and joined Coventry.
Okay.
Stoke have Crystal Palace forward Rak-Saki on loan until the end of the season. Celtic have signed Junior Adumo from Freiburg until the end of the season. Sarr's been recalled. Tyreek George has completed his Everton medical.
Good for him, by the way, Tyreek George. Good move for him.
And Jamie Carragher thinks Strand Larsen will bench Mateta.
That's what I said.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm intrigued to see how Palace finish the season because they spent £100 million on Brennan Johnson. Well, if the Dwight McNeil deal goes through, is that looking like that could still happen?
Dwight McNeil
deal?
Yeah, there are sources that tell me that there's confidence this could go through, but it's not done yet.
Is that a deal sheet scenario? Do you reckon?
I reckon it looks like it.
Less than half an hour left,
but we'll find out. It could be done.
But also, what I want to ask you about is because we spoke about this off air a little bit before we went live. Is the Cristiano Ronaldo situation?
Yes.
In Saudi Arabia, I don't know how much you guys know about this, but Ronaldo and Benzema basically rebelling. Is at least how it's being
What, in
portrayed in the
unison?
media.
Rebelling in unison.
Well, so Sam was explaining to me earlier. Do you want to explain to the panel?
contract.
Yeah, so there's stuff that we said off air that actually I can't share on air to respect the people that told me. But basically, Ronaldo is unhappy with Al Hilal's transfer activity, which he believes will pretty much damage his chances of winning the league. And basically, he said to them, "What are you doing? If you give extra budget to Al Nassr, then they're going to overtake us. They're going to win the league, and I'm not going to win the league." Was basically the conversation, and that's why he actually wasn't in the
How are they
squad
giving him extra
today.
budget?
Sorry,
How are they giving them extra budget?
they'll give the budget to
Benzema's team.
Benzema's team, and
So-
they won't give that additional budget to Ronaldo's team. But Benzema, in the last 15 minutes, is waiting to hear if his deal from Al Nassr to Al Ittihad can go through. They're prepared to sanction an exit, Al Ittihad, but it needs to be approved by wider people than just the two clubs, because that's how it works in Saudi. But basically, Ronaldo's furious that he's not going to get as much. His club isn't going to get as much budget as the other club. He thinks it's unfair, and he didn't play.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's all
Ronaldo essentially runs Saudi football,
Yeah, it
like
would appear so.
genuinely.
So, but
Or maybe not,
because
he's not getting his own way, no.
it's so interesting the way that it's like. Imagine Liverpool, City, United, and Arsenal all run by the same company. That's basically the situation that's unfolding. Obviously, it is slightly different, but the general just situation and then let's say that Arsenal and United were fighting for league title, and then United got given an extra 50 million, and Arsenal didn't. Is that kind of comparable how the situation is going on? Or is it a little more complicated than that?
It's probably a little bit more complicated than that. Something that also is complicated away from that, as I told you probably about half an hour ago, Sky are now reporting that the Disasi deal's in the balance to West Ham. So
interesting.
I told you, just because the medical happens doesn't mean the deal happens.
Is that a good signing?
For West Ham?
For West Ham, yeah.
For
Well,
West Ham, yeah.
I don't think Disasi's that bad, man. Like, he had a dodgy time at Chelsea, but I feel like it's kind of, if players are doing badly at Chelsea, it's hard to judge them on that because Chelsea have been so turbulent. Like with the whole Garnacho thing at the moment, like obviously he's not having the world's best time at Chelsea. But I still think, I said before, he's a good winger. That he's just not having a great time at Chelsea.
What's he good at?
Huh?
What's he good at?
Taking his man on. He's great at taking his man on.
Who's that?
Who?
Garnacho. At United, he was fantastic at just getting. Like,
I think he's a very talented player.
No,
I
we're
think
just saying that because he's young. If we get to a certain age and he's still doing this, you'll be like, wait, this guy just does nothing. Literally, he gets the ball. I call this the fancy run up. They look like they're gonna do something nice, but they do nothing. He's looking at Wan-Bissaka 10 times, looked at him and went backwards.
Yeah,
looked at him and went
that's
backwards.
what I'm saying. I feel like at the moment
guy's
at
not good
Chelsea,
enough.
you can't necessarily judge how players are playing at the moment at Chelsea because it's so tough. It's Cole Palmer, right? He's been not great at Chelsea for probably about 15 months now.
he has had
But-
injuries on.
Yeah, but it's something he had injuries in and out of the team and everything. But I don't think you can judge him based on that because we all know how good he can
Is
be.
he going United?
His head's in Manchester, mate.
Is he going United?
Well, I mean, wasn't it Sky that was saying? Was it Sky Cava said that he reckons Palmer at some point will end up?
No,
at
wait.
United.
His cousins always said. His cousins always said that he wants to. His dream would be to play for Man United.
Cole Palmer's a boyhood Manchester United
Yeah,
fan
his
from
cousins
Manchester.
always said to me
I'm
that he
sure
From
loves-
Withenshaw, mate. Same
I'm
area as
sure-
Marcus Rashford.
I'm sure that.
Oh, yeah.
Same ends.
I'm sure that if in a couple of years the opportunity came where it wasn't going to cost 400 million to take Palmer out of Chelsea, I'm sure that he would be open to that move. 100%.
Well, I mean, it was reported about a week ago, wasn't it? That he'd
Yeah, but that was very
Samuel
much,
Luckhurst.
that was very much clutching at straws. Palmer hadn't played, so the report was Palmer misses his friends in Manchester. Like, come on.
Yeah, but
You
it's
do better than that.
it's Luckhurst, mate. What do you mean?
You do better than that. Come on.
He's so reliable all the time. No, but on a more serious note, I do think it'll be something that'll at least be explored very much in detail at some point in the next few seasons. It feels like just one of those, like same with Jaden Sancho a few years ago. Like, was it 5-6 years ago when he was at Dortmund, and it was like if it was inevitable that at some point there are going to be serious talks, whether it happens or not, who knows. Obviously Sancho took like 18 months to complete, or like 2 seasons to complete. and it didn't really go
But
that well,
Palmer's
did
a
it?
hard player to manage, though. Like, he's a hard player because you know that he's not going to do the pressing off the ball. You know that his off the ball movement is not going to do.
He's
like,
so talented.
so talented. So you have to play for a certain team that plays a certain way of football. Because if he goes to Man United, he's not doing that counter-attack football. Never. He can't do that kind of style of play. But amazing talent. But yeah, he off the ball. Like just like Eze, the worst off the ball. Just the worst off the ball.
But one more thing we didn't have not really heard is Laurie was your top 3. I need to rush off for just a split second, but do you want to discuss your top 3?
I was happy
top
with the 3
January
that you
signings?
named, actually, because
The 3
I would have had Aubameyang in there.
I didn't name Aubameyang.
I thought you said Aubameyang, Van Dijk, and Suarez.
Van Dijk.
No, that was him.
Van Dijk, Suarez, Bruno.
Yeah, I haven't got it's subjective, isn't it? As long
Yeah,
as we
well,
got
that's what I'm asking
as long as we
you.
got an Arsenal player in there, Aubameyang, then
Arsenal into the league is subjective too, isn't it?
no, that's not subjective.
Oh, what is it?
That's soon to become facts.
Oh, I don't know.
I was saying to somebody today, by match week 33,
Go on.
4, 5, it'll be a mathematical fact.
By then.
Yeah, we bit like you lot with 3 games to go. With yours,
We had a
wasn't
month
it?
in spare.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be similar for us. Maybe even quicker than that.
That's
But
what
do you disagree?
I don't know. I think when Champions League starts again, I want to see where you guys lay your eggs.
Could be a double. Could be a double.
Double, very hard.
I mean, look at how we easily topped the Champions League. 8 games played, 8 games won, 2 goals conceded. I mean,
But the funny
Do
thing,
you not-
we were here last
and
year.
there's a school of thought, which I happen to agree with, that Champions League football suits us more than the Premier League does.
Yeah, I think it suits all the Premier
Yeah,
League teams, to be
so
honest.
Yeah, look at Thomas Frank's Tottenham, better in Europe than they
Yeah.
are in
Yeah,
the Premier League.
literally.
So who's to say that, you know what I mean? And look, Bayern, the second heavy hitter in Europe, we beat them at the Emirates comfortably. That was one of our better performances actually this season. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
We were
and
here. we were
PSG,
here.
who won it last year, they're not the same team.
They're not the same team.
So who's to say we're not going to win that
I
as
think
well?
this Champions League is so open. The funny thing about it is that last season we were first, we were top of the Champions League, top of the Premier League. It don't really mean anything, you know.
I reckon an English club could end up winning it this year again.
Do you think you got more of a chance to win it than us?
Yes. But I could see, if we don't win it, I could see you guys winning it. I could.
Well, yeah. But I saw the
Because
the
Madrid's
run of
not going to
games.
win it this
No,
year, are
no,
they?
no, not Madrid. not
PSG, you know what I mean? When you look at it, I mean, anyone can win it, but what would you say? I mean, the Champions League.
You're not
Judging
in,
by
you're
what
not in
I'm
it,
seeing.
but you do. You're not in it, but you do watch it though.
Yeah,
so
of
yeah.
course.
So what do you think then?
Of course. I don't think it will be Real Madrid.
No. I don't think it'll be PSG.
I don't think it will be PSG.
Barcelona?
I think it could. The reason why I wouldn't say Arsenal is the fact that
Because you don't want to say
no, I've got no problem with Arsenal.
okay,
but
okay.
I'm not sure. It's going really well at the moment. But I think something at some point has to give. And that's not a dig at Arsenal.
No, I hear
I'd say
that.
the same if it was Liverpool. Everything is going so perfectly at the moment for Arsenal
So perfect.
that it's too good to be true that you're still on track for all those trophies. So I'm not sure the Champions League will happen. It could, but based off recent weeks, I'm not convinced. So I don't know really.
Could, I mean...
Like, all the teams are terrible.
If Liverpool, if this Verts
This year of
Ekitike kicks into gear like it's starting to, it's a little bit late for you to win the Premier League, obviously. But the
My
Champions
bad-
League, especially if you get Isak, when's Isak coming back?
Oh, later on in the season too. I think later on in the season, I think.
But I could see an English club winning it. I could, because,
What,
Like-
the Champions League?
yeah.
Like I do see Arsenal.
Arsenal are
winning it as
clear
well.
favourites.
Like
at the
now,
moment.
Clear favourites?
No, not
Yeah,
clear.
of
now
course they are.
Now,
Look at-
before I used to see Saka get
You,
injured.
so if I present that to you, right, and I say Arsenal
Yeah.
favourites win the Champions, clear favourites, you may well look at me and be, oh, come on. But look at things logically. We had 8 games in the Champions League, all of them pretty much won them at a canter, including Bayern, including Inter, previous winners, teams that are very well regarded in Europe.
Okay.
And if you look at the landscape, people might say, oh, Madrid, they've fallen off completely this year. Well, not completely,
Yeah, but
but you know
I
what I'm
feel-
saying.
I
They're
feel
nowhere
like-
near the team they
I
was.
feel like talking about clear favourites in the Champions League is so hard off the league phase because it's such different types of competition. Because
Yeah,
so
definitely.
far, so many times Arsenal, I know you got all the way to
No,
the
no,
same
forget
final.
about this so many times. You look at... See,
Think
this
about
is
how
what
bad
people
PSG
do.
were for first
I say,
half
oh
of
yeah,
last
but
season,
look
yeah?
at 10 years ago when... No,
No, I
look
think
at...
Arsenal are
I was
favourites
gonna
though.
talk about
Arsenal are
last
Look at the
favourites.
teams now. This is what a lot of people keep doing. They keep being revisionist. Oh, if you look... No, look at the
Revisionist.
teams this year.
Hey, that's all right.
Who
That's
for
all.
you is standing out in Europe this year? Who? Be honest.
No. Arsenal are, I would say, favourites.
Yeah, so if I
not
say that
clear
we've got a...
favourites. Because all it takes is what 180 minutes against another great team. Think about how
Which is those
PSG
great teams?
took a while to get going. All of them, PSG, Barcelona, Real
Are they
Madrid,
playing great
Bayern
at the
Munich,
moment?
etc. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Second half of the season, the Champions League is a different pot completely. Look how bad PSG were, right, in the league phase last season. Look how fantastic Liverpool were in the league phase last season. Round of 16, play each other. PSG knock them out immediately.
Smoked us quickly.
It is. I feel like it's really hard to say clear favourites before we've seen at least one round of Champions League.
I think Arsenal are still favourites. Like, even that squad is amazing. Like, Saka's getting injured, and I'm not thinking about, Saka's injured, the other team's got a chance now. I don't think... Before I used to think like that.
Saturday, Saka got injured in the warm-up. Madwakey played, who a lot of people were, saying that didn't have it, and look what happened. But yeah, I do hear what you're saying when it comes to the knockout for over 2 legs. I guess, yeah. you can.
Like for example, Arsenal. I would say. I know.
But if I say Arsenal are favourites, I don't think too many people can, you know what I mean.
No, favourites, yes, but I would say Arsenal are clear favourites.
Yeah,
for the-
okay.
for the Premier
Maybe
League,
I'll
right?
reduce that.
I think in the Premier League, you are clear favourites.
Yeah,
There is a night and day between you and anyone else.
Yeah.
Champions League,
Say that
different
again?
story completely.
Say that again?
It is. I've been saying.
No,
it since
say that again.
It's night and day between you and anyone else to win the league.
Say that again. Arsenal.
No, wait.
I just said it.
Is this how you're gonna act?
Arsenal.
Is this how you're gonna act if Arsenal win the league? I need to know. I need to know.
Yes.
Is this how they're gonna
Hey,
act?
you're
FJ,
gonna-
we are in for a long,
You're
long,
A long
summer.
long
A long
season.
summer.
Long summer,
It's
bro.
called. Yeah. You know,
Braid's gonna be
do you
around
know why
the
it's good?
corner.
Do you know what's good though? Do you know what's good though?
There's 20 years of hurt.
Do you know why it's good to
about
win the
to
World?
be unleashed.
Do you know why it's good to win the Premier League this year? Because World Cup is going to cover everything. So when they win the league,
Nah.
the World Cup, everyone,
Oh,
the
you
World
kidding
Cup
me?
comes.
I see it.
Oh, you're
Everyone's
going to have
gonna
me on
I hear
these
the vision.
shows
No, but everyone
for
cares about.
every show.
Oh, no one
for
cares
the
about the
next-
Premier League, man. Everyone's there for the World Cup.
You imagine that?
What?
I am going to be in. If you think I'm bad now, that's what I was saying to
Well, I
these
can't
the
let
other
you say.
day.
I know.
If England win the World Cup,
Crazy.
Do you know that this guy Declan Rice is going to be crazy? I'm going to have to start doing like impersonate. I got my haircut a bit
Imagine
like
that
Declan Rice for the
every
fun of it.
single week I'm going to be on here giving it to all of you lot
Why?
from week 1, from match day 1 to when it becomes statistically impossible that we can't win it again. That
No,
we
now
can't.
you're getting-
If we can't. If we can't. Imagine that.
No, man, it's
Because
cool, man.
you've actually been not too bad.
Who do you guys have as favourites for the World Cup?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Even without a clear number 9.
Yeah, because Brazil are Brazil, and when that tournament's played in America, the amount of support they're going to get,
And that weather,
and I think
yeah,
they're
that
going to be
support
a
is
bit like
crazy.
Argentina. Quite annoyingly, actually, everybody wanted Messi to win it, and when so it got to the point where it was almost that kind of force, wasn't it?
So
There was a force
Who
field.
in Brazil's team is going to have that then? Like everyone wanted Messi to win the World
They're
Cup.
one of the youngsters, maybe
No Neymar.
Esteval
there's
and one of them. Man.
Casemiro.
You think Neymar will be ready for it?
No,
Is
he-
Neymar
he-
going to
no.
be in the
No, he won't
squad?
be in. No, he
He's
won't.
not been any of
He's
Ancelotti's
done.
squads, has
He's
he?
done.
Anthony.
And the fact that they,
Anthony.
Oh no, I can't have Anthony with a World Cup. Oh, that would hurt.
and the
Why?
fact that they
Well,
got
I would take Anthony and Esteval to the World Cup if I was Brazil.
Oh,
Anthony,
no,
Anthony's too-
I'm talking about pictures of Anthony holding the World Cup
Oh.
trophy.
I
that's
thought,
what. No,
I thought you were saying Anthony shouldn't go to the World
no,
Cup.
Anthony's going to the World Cup. He's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
smashing it with Betis.
but-
Josh, by the way, look what Josh behind production has written. Bear in mind, he's from the Netherlands. He's
Netherlands.
written Netherlands, not biased.
I don't mind Netherlands. Van Dijk. If Van Dijk wins that World Cup.
Oh yeah, no, I'm asking that you're not coming in for a month. You're coming nowhere near.
Wow. Wait, what did you just say before this? Before that, I was going to add
Huh?
something to that. You just said something before that.
I was talking about Anthony,
Yeah, I got
Brazil or something.
Vinny.
Oh, you
Yeah,
like Vinny
yeah,
Junior World
yeah,
Cup run?
Vinny.
Has a European team ever won the World Cup outside of Europe?
I can try and find out.
I'm not so sure if they have.
That's a
Oh yes, Spain won it. In
Spain
South Africa,
won it in South Africa.
2010.
And that's the only time.
Hey, what is this? Nah, this guy's a walking history.
He was fast.
where
He
was
was
that?
faster than Gemini as well. Crazy.
That was good. I think,
Yeah, but I mean, in South America, whenever it's held in that, South
That
America,
region,
it's
yeah.
always the South American team that win it. I do think the weather's going to play a big part.
you can see by the Club World Cup. On the Club World
Yeah,
Cup, you
big
see
time.
all the South American teams have so much supporters, and the weather played a big part of it.
Even though Chelsea won it, but so.
Right, just some extra transfer news coming through from Mike McGrath. He's saying that Jérémy Jacquet has now completed his medical at Liverpool. The 20-year-old centre-back will join Liverpool in a £60 million deal, $55 million upfront to join in the summer after completing the rest of the season with Rennes.
Amazing. He said he wants to stay out. He wanted to stay there. He wants
Yeah.
to stay at
Is he a
Rennes,
French?
French international?
yeah.
Yeah, French
Youth
international.
International.
This is I expanded that theory, didn't I, on the show a couple of weeks ago. Pound for pound, French players are the best players in the world.
Youngsters, yeah.
Oh, easy.
I guess you could argue Brazil as well, but
It has been like, but with France, it's been like that for so long
they
as
produce
well.
so many good footballers.
You know what it is? It's because their investment about 20 years ago to just build a load of concrete pitches across France.
100%.
Big time. Think about here in England, right? It costs what, 60 quid for an hour at like Power League and other places?
The grassroots levels, 100%.
Would you agree with that? Because you're
we
pretty
totally
into
different.
it.
Like I feel like the investment
Pound
that
for
France put
pound,
in.
I'm saying that
yeah.
France produce better quality of players than any other.
Young talent.
Certainly in Europe.
Yeah.
You could
definitely.
argue about Argentina and Brazil in South America, but in Europe,
In Europe, yeah.
It's definitely
In Europe,
France.
yeah.
In
definitely.
Europe, yeah.
Yeah.
Not Spain. Before it was Spain, hands down.
we used to
Yeah.
be Spain. but
Lamine
not-
Yamal's good.
Understatement.
But who else?
But if you look,
I agree with you. Yeah.
if you look
From
across
Spain,
like
who
in the
else?
Premier
Pedri,
League,
Pedri, you're forgetting a couple names there,
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
Pedri's a
Pedri,
shout,
Balde,
Pedri's a
you're
shout.
forgetting a couple names there.
You've got uniquely
Portugal
Barcelona's
produce a lot of good
academy.
players as well.
Youngsters.
You very uniquely got Barcelona's academy,
If you're
and then that's where most of Spain's talent comes from. Like most of their talent that can go like in France, you've got these players like Lenny Yoro from Lille. You've got Jacquet coming from Rennes. It's not like they're all just coming out of PSG's academy. Obviously, PSG have made Ekitike. They've Desiree Doué was from. Where was he from when he signed for PSG? Comment if you can let me know because he signed for PSG from another French club.
It's not Rennes, no.
It might have been.
But they've got amazing
But what
young
I
talent.
mean is
It
like
was Rennes, it was
It
Rennes.
was
Rennes,
Rennes,
yeah.
okay, yeah. But that's what I mean. It's like
So you know that means, yeah?
it's like France's. This is why I agree with you. Is France's talent comes out of the entire league have these talented players like coming from left, right, and centre, rather than I feel like in England it's concentrated at the moment so uniquely towards like Man City, for example.
And yet
They've
the
been
French
producing-
league, let's be honest, is not very strong. But in terms of the talent that
come
comes
out.
from France, it's
Yeah,
on another
I think
level.
that's-
Not all of them, because some of them have to go back on loan. Like Saliba went back on loan for 2 years. Like some people have to go back on loan.
Just coming out here from David Ornstein saying that Crystal Palace have now agreed a fee of around £20 million with Everton for the signing of Dwight McNeil. The 26-year-old is undergoing a medical and all parties are working to complete the deal for Monday's 7
Where's
p.m.
his best
deadline,
position?
which is in 8 minutes. Dwight McNeil?
Why do they want Dwight
Left,
McNeil?
no?
Yeah, left wing. He's a winger. He's not inside forward. Like, are they going to play him wing back where Mitchell is? I doubt
No,
it.
but to be fair, actually, with Glasner, it's...
Jamie Carragher said that exact same thing.
What?
Literally what you just said on air. Jamie Carragher said, Dwight McNeil to Crystal Palace surprises me. I think of their system. He's a wide player. I don't think he's a wing back. Where on earth would he play in that system? He almost feels like a 4-4-2 man. He's not a player who's a regular for Everton. If you can get 10 to 15 million, that's a deal I think you do if you are
100%. Because he's not inside forward. He's not playing where Pino is playing. He's not playing where Mitchell's playing. I don't know what kind of signing that was, to be honest. But if they do want balls in the box, McNeil's your man.
Yeah, that's true, but you've also got to think about a lot of Strand Larsen's goals came from Cunha and Ait Nouri just delivering balls in the box last season. But at the same time, you got to remember they need this depth because they want to win the Conference League.
Europe as
They're
well,
going for a European trophy.
Yeah.
Like same way we talk about Liverpool going for a European
And
trophy,
they
Villa,
can
etc.
do it. They can do it.
Like that's also basically their only route into being into in Europe next season is by winning the Conference League.
So why does
they're not
Mateta
getting top
wanna-
8.
Why do Mateta wants Champions League football? I guess.
Mateta wants Champions League football, yeah.
It's greedy.
For the club
do you
that
think-
made him, by the way.
No way.
Let me throw this one out. Do you think Mateta thinks that he is better than he actually is?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think if his
Something
ego
like
is
that.
bigger than the size of his boots.
I think he thinks, yeah.
For the season he had last season, I would. For the season if I had that season last season, I would think that.
You got to have the same kickstart this season though.
But it's not
Otherwise
because
you can't back it up.
Eze's gone. My guy Eze is gone. Walton might leave. Our manager's 100% leaving. Ghéhi's gonna go. Lacroix might go.
No, I'm not saying it's anything.
Munoz might go. The right back might go.
I'm not saying that Mateta is Crystal Palace level. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, do you think Mateta thinks that he is up here when in reality he's probably here?
If he doesn't go now, he's never gonna go.
I
If he
think there
doesn't
could
go-
be both things could be true. I think what you're saying is also true, and I think what you said, he's probably thinking now's the time for me if I'm going to cash in on.
Yeah.
He'll
Probably go. He'll go. I mean, he'll definitely go in the summer.
I'll tell you
now,
what,
so.
Crystal Palace need to be careful of. You already know they're a selling club, but it's a couple of players at Palace that a lot of teams will take. Wharton and Sarr.
Wharton's coming Liverpool.
And Munoz.
Adam Wharton come Liverpool.
Yeah, Munoz is a good player as well. Lacroix good too.
Adam Wharton come Liverpool, mate. Adam Wharton. I want Adam Wharton, but they were saying 100 million. That's too
But
much.
Sarr, he's a very good player.
Sarr was meant to come Liverpool years ago. He was meant to come Liverpool when he was at Watford.
I can
Yeah.
see those guys
He was
going.
a
I remember
long time
us
ago.
contemplating a 40 million bid for Sarr.
For Sarr. He was meant
At
to come
Watford, then he
Liverpool
didn't
long
do it
time
in the
ago.
end.
Interested in Sarr.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
interested
Adam
for
Wharton
years.
or
Don't know, he's still
Munoz or Lacroix.
Lacroix is a good player.
Lacroix is a very, very good player. But I'll tell you who should be looking for a big move this summer. And I've said it so many times already. It's Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson.
You know what I didn't realise? He's out of contract in this summer.
But look at this. Look at
As a
this.
fan-
Nottingham Forest had an approach rebuff today, this morning, for Harry Wilson.
Did they?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But look who they
They
signed.
wanna keep
I
him-
wouldn't
they
wanna
keep
see him
They
go
want to
there.
keep him till the end of the season.
They
You
just
know
signed
what?
Oscar
I
Bob.
wouldn't want to see him go there.
What?
To Forest.
Forest, not with Sean.
No,
Dyche,
I think Harry Wilson should be at one of the big 6 teams.
Yeah, I
You think?
Yes.
No
Easily.
way. Because
To have him
How old
as
is
an,
he though?
as
That's
an
the only
28.
drawback.
him and
To have him a free agent, 28 years old, plenty of Premier League experience, Welsh international, as another option. Like, don't have him as your starting attacking midfielder, but to have him as an option, someone who can play on the right or in the middle, or when you're deep into Champions League runs in the Premier League and FA Cup and Carabao Cup, he would be an incredible.
But the question
free
is,
transfer.
like, the question is, like, him. Obviously, he came from Liverpool
Yeah.
guy. The question is, like, him and Harvey Elliott. They're the kind of same players. What position do they play? Are they right wingers? Are they cams? Are they attacking midfielders?
No,
That's a difficult.
Harry Wilson is an attacking midfielder.
What?
Right, he would be right. So
Cam?
if we're talking about Liverpool,
Yeah.
he would be the perfect person to battle with Wirtz for his position. You have Wirtz as your starting attacking
So-
midfielder,
so you're
yeah,
Camden,
and
yeah?
then 100%. But what I'm saying is that Wilson's
He
also
wouldn't want to
just.
go there because
Huh?
he wouldn't get enough starts.
But
Well,
this is what I
Forest-
mean. But if Harry Wilson could go to United or Liverpool or
No,
Arsenal or
not good
something,
enough.
and he were to say, I think he is. I think Harry Wilson is
Not
a
good enough.
fantastic.
I think
midfielder.
Harry Wilson's
and
a great
dead ball
player.
We wouldn't be
situations.
having this conversation about Harry Wilson if he wasn't out of contract in the summer.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, if he had like 4 years left on his deal and Fulham were there being like £45 million, no. But I'm saying as a free agent, as a value for money transfer, he has got to be up there with one of the best value money transfers
But
for
not
this
top
summer.
6 team. He might
I
go to
really
a.
think
He
so.
might go to a mid-table team, like a Everton will be good for him. Like a team like that will be amazing.
No,
I
a team,
know,
a
I
t-
think
a
he's-
team
he's
like
good
you know
enough
what
to
would be good for
good
him? A
enough to play
team like
Champions League football.
Newcastle and Aston Villa.
I think he's above.
Someone
Aston
like
Villa
that.
got Elliot. Aston Villa's got Elliot, and they don't even play Elliot. They
Yeah,
play
Harry
Sancho
Wilson's better than
over-
Harvey Elliott.
No way.
Yeah, he
Harvey
is.
Elliott is better than Harry Wilson. Harvey Elliott.
More
My guy Harvey.
more talented or something, yeah, maybe. But in terms of actual, you see what Harry Wilson's
Harvey.
done both for Wales and Fulham
You're
in
not
the last
forgetting
3
about Harvey
years.
Elliott. He just had a crazy summer for the England under-21s. Before they had a crazy Liverpool run.
How many games did he
No,
have for Villa?
no, that's what I'm saying. Talent-wise,
They gave him number-
talent-wise
Yeah,
might be
Villa.
different.
They gave him
Talent-wise
number
might be
9.
different.
They gave him number
No,
9. and
hang
they
on.
didn't
How
play.
many games has he played for Villa?
In that Emery don't like him.
2.
Why not though?
I don't know. He rather
So
play
why do
Sancho.
you want him?
He rather play who? Harvey Elliott.
Yeah.
No, I like Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott is better than Harry Wilson.
Harvey Elliott came on for Aston Villa against Brentford on Sunday and was excellent.
Are they very good?
Wait, he actually played?
He came on, yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah,
They
I
gave
thought
him
he was,
number
like,
9 and he's not
banished.
been playing. I saw him come on. Did he come on midweek? I don't know if he came on.
Isn't there something in that deal that he could only play X amount of games or?
Yeah,
Well, I think
if
it's
a
like
certain amount of
appearances
appearances is
becomes
made,
permanent,
it then
isn't it?
becomes permanent.
Yeah.
Oh, that what they're doing
that's
to my
why,
guy
yeah.
Harvey. Oh,
Look,
my
no.
gosh.
Talent is a different concept. Harvey Elliott, very, very talented, but in terms of like actually producing numbers and someone who would play very well as like a But like, I think Harry Wilson is a Champions League level player.
Oh wow! Hey, what's going on? Hey, yo,
No,
hey,
okay.
comments.
You think about the
You think
teams.
what?
Think of like he's good enough to play for teams playing the Champions League. Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson
I've
is not
said
a
so
Champions League
I've
level.
said some
alright,
crazy
okay.
stuff for this match.
Someone.
I've said crazy
Alright,
stuff for this
let's
match.
say he was to go to a team
What's
like.
wrong with that? He's a good player, bro.
Like,
Champions
okay,
League.
Yes.
Think about the
Who?
team. Think about the teams that play in the
Tottenham.
Champions League.
Maybe Tottenham.
Look, you got Spurs playing the Champions League, Borussia Dortmund kind of playing the Champions League. Like these other teams play. If he was to go to
Have you
Atletico
not seen
Madrid,
this
right?
guy play?
Harry Wilson.
If Harry Wilson,
I've always liked. I liked Harry Wilson from Fulham before he left Fulham. I've always liked Harry Wilson.
Yeah.
And
So why are you laughing at what he said?
Because that's a big.
I'm
push.
not saying a
That's
Champions
big push.
League
No, but
winning
there's
team.
worse
I'm
players
saying,
in the Champions
I'm saying
League right
he's
now
good
than Harry
enough.
No,
Wilson.
but no Champions
Okay,
League team
he-
is gonna come and take Harry Wilson. No English team anyway. That no English
I think.
top five.
I
I
think.
just
I
told you
think the
Newcastle
team
would
should.
take him.
No, Newcastle. He's not gonna suit Newcastle. He's not
Why
gonna
not?
suit
Maybe
I
they
think a
need
team
someone
should.
like that.
Because Newcastle, if you look at Newcastle's wingers, all Newcastle wingers have the same like
He's an
traits.
He's an
attacking
attacking midfielder.
He's not attacking midfielder. He's not
Yeah,
good enough
he
to be
is.
attacking
Yes,
midfielder.
he is.
He's not
He
good
is.
I've watched Harry Wilson for about 8 years
Me
now.
too. Me too. And he looks
You've
like
not watched him more
amazing.
than this, man.
No,
He's a Welsh man through and through.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. I literally got the dragon right.
But yeah,
here.
Harvey Elliott's better than him though.
Look, better or
That's
not better, I
debatable.
think.
That's debatable.
Harry
I'd
Wilson.
rather Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson,
No,
100%.
no one saw Elliott.
As someone, let's say Harry Wilson would go to Atletico Madrid, for example, he'd smash it.
Never gonna
Absolutely
happen.
smash
Never.
it. No, but I'm saying in terms of like the level of team. But
Windows closed.
ooh, yeah.
Windows closed.
As we're arguing, the transfer window has closed. There are still a few deals, obviously. I
Did
don't
you
know
get
if you
any?
can list any
Huh?
that will
Yeah,
probably
we've
be
got
going to
crazy.
deal
We've got amazing
sheet.
centre back. Future for the signing. Future stars.
Sky Sports News say Crystal Palace's 20 million bid for Dwight McNeil has been accepted. That deal sheet till 9 p.m. is in. Sheffield Wednesday have confirmed the signing of Man City youngster Joel Nadala on loan for the rest of the season. Hibs have signed Croatian-Australian striker Ante Suto from Slaven Belupo. What else? Former Manchester United defender Brandon Williams has left.
That's really sad what's happened to him, isn't it,
Hull
Brandon
City
Williams?
by mutual consent. He joined Hull in the summer. He has played, guess how many minutes?
4.
5 minutes in the Championship.
Let's
this
talk
season.
about him.
Wait,
He's a
what
Man
about his
United
brother?
player.
Did he have a brother?
He's now
He had a brother, right?
a free agent.
Free agent.
A quick tally of all the Premier League deals completed today, by the way. 0 so far.
Wait,
Damn.
We
Actually
are at
completed.
7 p.m. on deadline
What
day.
about the-
We have not had a completed deal.
I know.
No, because that's not like completed in that.
Good
Yeah,
signing.
yeah.
Good signing though. Recently, Conor
also not
Gallagher to
completed.
Tottenham. That's a good signing. I think that's a good signing. Conor
Yeah,
Gallagher
we'll
to
see. I
Tottenham.
mean, he got the assist for Solanke's goal. Apart from that, thank you guys for watching. Obviously, on DR Sports, if you've been watching on YouTube, or you're watching Samsung TV, Facebook, everything, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It has been a bit of a drab window, we can say the least, but I do think the summer is going to be, with the World Cup going on and everything, it's going to be a good summer. Do stay tuned for the rest of the season, obviously. We are here on DR Sports to cover everything. We've got plenty of content coming up, including live at 5 tomorrow, 5 p.m. We'll be here back talking Premier League, transfer window reaction, looking ahead to the Carabao Cup games as well across the next week or so, with obviously Arsenal playing Chelsea tomorrow afternoon. Apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching. FJ, Laurie, Sam, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
for having me.
Smash the like, subscribe, bell on, everything. Apart from that, peace.
Let's go.
What do you do with yours? I do unlimited football content.
Well, I do unlimited bragging.
Well, I do unlimited swiping right.
Well, I do unlimited doom scrolling.
Well, I do unlimited sliding into the DMs.
Well, I do watching TikTok on the bus without headphones unlimited.
Oh, God.